Zion Avery lines that one out in the deep right center field, and it will hit off the top of the wall and go over. Zion Avery unloads one to right center field.
Zion Avery deep out into left center field. Back at the wall. You forget that. That is way out of here.
Breaking ball lined out into left field for a base hit. Being sent is Ben Rushing. He's coming in to score. The throw will be cut off by the third baseman. And it's back-to-back RBI singles for the Copperheads.
Lines this one deep out into the outfield. Back at the wall. It is out of here. Grand slam, Sebastian Fabic.
Copperheads Baseball is presented by Ohio Health and by Ambassador Laundry, Athens Chambers of Commerce, Athens County Convention and Visitors Bureau, The Cat's Eye, Classic Brands, Donato's Pizza, Dan Inman Electric, Echoing Hills, Edward Jones, Fall Green Moretime, Holiday Inn Express, Jackie O's, Kona Ice, Rocky Brands, Stephanie Wood and Ohio Realty, Shauna Stump, Snyder, Fuller, and Stroh, Union Street Diner, Ohio University Credit Union, and Wendy's.
Live from Max McLeary Field here in Cincinnati, Ohio, it's the Cincinnati Steam and the Southern Ohio Copperheads. Copperheads visiting a Steam with a 14-12 record, 2.5 back for the lead in the South as the Cincinnati Steam sit at the top of the record of 17-10. Hello and welcome into the broadcast. I'm Connor Mills alongside Joey Medor. And Joey, the Cincinnati Steam, they do pretty well at home, 9-4. And in interleague play, they cleaned it up, 9-1 against the North Division foes. That's one of the main reasons why they're sitting at the top of the South Division currently as it stands.
That's right. The last time these two teams faced each other, a couple weeks into the season, Copperheads took 2 or 3 on them, and they really could have swept them as they had that game when they were winning 8-2 in the ninth inning, gave up 7 runs, and ultimately lost the ball game 9-8. But that was a long time ago. These are two very different teams that squared off back early on in the season, so it should be exciting to see who comes out on top this time around, another 3-game series. Last time these two teams will face this season.
Well, it's going to be exciting, and like you said, two very different teams. Copperheads, well, they've just continued to lose pitcher after pitcher. Tom Cesaro has gone down. Jake Hansen reached his inning limit. Jackson Mandela reached his inning limit, as did Sam Worsing. So this is a bone-stripped team pitching-wise, but the hitting has really been carrying them out throughout the season.
Yeah, really, you still have Fabic batting up around 400 coming into tonight's game. You also have Zach Averson, who's hitting up over around 360. And, you know, the team has a 281 batting average up there in the top of the league standings. So they've been putting the ball around, in play a little bit after some struggles with the bats early on in their 4-8 start. These past few weeks, Copperheads have been scoring a lot of runs, and it's something you need to do when you're limited in pitching, as most nights only scoring 3 or 4 runs when you only have a couple guys to throw isn't going to get the job done. But they've been a good job tacking on runs, adding insurance runs, giving some leeway for their pitchers.
Well, it's going to be up to Cameron Stiglich today, making his first start of the season for the Southern Ohio Copperheads, and he'll face one of the best pitchers in the GLSCL, and Andrew Nowelker. Nowelker with a .7 ERA. As a team, though, the Copperheads batting .281, so it's going to be the high-powered offense from the Copperheads against the quality pitching from Andrew Nowelker in today's game.
I'm excited to see Cam Stiglich finally get the pitch for the Copperheads this season. He was slated to pitch earlier on in the year, way back in the first series against Licking County. Then he injured himself in the pregame and couldn't make the start. It's when Zach Averson made his first start on the season. But Stiglich has been out ever since then, but we finally get to see him in action here tonight. So very excited to see what the kid from Western Kentucky can do and see if he can, continue the string of good starting pitching that the Coppers have had this season.
It's the Copperheads 14-12 against the Southern Division leading team, the Cincinnati Steam 17-10. 92 degrees and sunny here in Cincinnati, Ohio. We'll be back after the starting lineups and the national anthem right here on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health.
Ambassador Laundry, your locally owned and operated laundry and dry cleaning business, is a proud sponsor of the Copperheads. Stop by 15 West Stimson for all your laundry and dry cleaning needs.
It's a grand slam when you shop locally. Look for the Athens Area Chamber of Commerce logo and be sure to support the businesses that support the Athens Sandlot, our very own Copperheads, and our community. Love Athens. Keep it local, because together we make a difference.
The fun is just beginning in Athens, Ohio. Outdoor concerts and festivals, rails and trails, a 30-mile meal, and the funky vibe of uptown Athens and Court Street, Ohio's most eccentric half-mile. The best road trip starts at AthensOhio.com, the region's most comprehensive site for maps, shopping, and dining directories, and events calendar. Visit AthensOhio.com and start planning your next adventure.
Classic Brands, Budweiser, and Yingling are all proud supporters of Copperheads Baseball. Please drink responsibly and always use a designated driver. Responsibility matters.
Donato's is the exclusive pizza provider of the Southern Ohio Copperheads. With toppings loaded from edge to edge, Donato's is sure to satisfy your hunger. Located at 688 East State Street in Athens, make Donato your pizza of choice today. Order by calling 740-529-5049 or order online at donatos.com.
Southern Ohio Copperheads would like to show our support for Echoing Hills. Echoing Hills provides individuals a place to call home and a comfortable and safe environment where they can achieve their dreams surrounded by supportive friends and staff. For more information, contact them at 740-594-3541.
Fall Green Mortine, one of the nation's leading integrated marketing and communication firms, prides itself on hiring the best and brightest graduates in the country each year. In fact, the company is home to many Ohio University alumni. For more details on internships and employment opportunities, visit www.fallgreenmortine.com.
You'll be living the life if you stay at the Holiday Inn Express with a free complimentary breakfast, high-definition televisions in all the rooms, and free Wi-Fi, in addition to being the only non-smoking hotel in Athens. Live the life, Holiday Inn Express.
Fans, Jackie O's Pub and Brewery is the official pregame and postgame hangout for the Copperheads. Be sure to meet us there before and after every game. From your pint to your plate, Jackie O's proudly presents over 40 beers on draft, produced right here in Athens. Newly remodeled public house and kitchen menu, uptown in-house bakery, 22-acre farm and taproom facility lunch specials, and locally sourced dinners, 7 days a week. 100-plus person outdoor patio, uptown. Learn more at JackieO's.com, Instagram, or Facebook today. After the game, be sure to stop by Jackie O's Uptown or the Tap Room on Campbell Street. Just because the game ended doesn't mean your night has to. Jackie O's, the official pregame and postgame sponsor of your Copperheads.
Don't forget to stop by Kona Ice behind the press box on the third base side, locally owned and operated by Rich Hayes of Athens. They offer tropical shaved ice in an assortment of flavors, and be sure to ask about their fundraising opportunities.
Rocky Brand is so much more than you think. Rocky Brand is a global leader in the footwear and apparel market with over 1,500 distributors of Rocky, Georgia Boot, and Durango brands nationwide. Rocky Brand designs, develops, and markets hard-working boots, outdoor footwear, and apparel designed for every pursuit and fashionable women, footwear that invites you to live a little on the edge. And they do it all right here in Southeast Ohio. To see the whole Rocky Brand story, go to rockybrands.com.
State Farm and agent Shauna Stump are proud supporters of Copperhead Baseball. Visit our West Union Street office or call 593-6882 today to discuss all your insurance and financial services needs. She's celebrating 14 years of service in the Athens community. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hi, I'm Cameron Stiglitz from Western Kentucky University, and you're listening to Copperheads Media Network.
Back here at Max McLeary Field in Cincinnati, Ohio. Joe Medora will take us through the starting lineups.
With Zach Iverson leading off, Reese Trahey second, Sebastian Fabic third in DH, batting cleanup at first base, Zion Avery fifth behind the dish, Scott Combs sixth at shortstop, Phil Glasser seventh in center field, Ty Krittenberger eighth in left field, Jared Hurd, and batting ninth, playing third base is Daniel Cruz as Cameron Stiglitz gets the start for the Copperheads.
And it's time for Copperheads baseball. First pitch is taken on the outside corner by Zach Iverson for a called strike, 0-1. On the mound, Andrew Newelker with a .7 ERA as the fastball misses outside to Zach Iverson. 1 ball and 1 strike. Newelker on the season, a 2-win, no-loss record. This is his fourth start of the season. 20 innings pitched, has allowed 16 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned, 15 walks, and 13 strikeouts. As Newelker's 1-1 pitch is taken in for a called strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody out here in the top of the first. But for Zach Iverson, yesterday's game went 0 for 4, had an RBI, a walk, and a strikeout. Batting .361 on the season as 1-2 pitch from Newelker is swung on and fouled off towards the left side, ranging out in left field is Jake Silverstein making the catch over by the line for the first down in today's ball game. And Andrew Nolker gets the first down, and Reese Trahey coming to the plate.
Yeah, he's got a little bit under that one, did Iverson. That's a good pitch on the outside part of the plate from Nolker. He's been a solid starter all year. I believe I heard he was selected for the All-Star team this year for the Steam.
Copperheads had 3 going. Chris Gambert was also a reserve, but he had to go home with injury. So only 3 Copperheads will be representative of the team in the All-Star game. That's here in Cincinnati, as Reese Trahey takes the first pitch curveball in for a called strike, 0-1. Trahey batting .246, has 15 hits and 61 at-bats. 4 runs scored, 7 RBIs. As the pitch is a line drive through the hole on the left side and in for a base hit. Reese Trahey picks up the first hit of the game, and he's on first with a 1-out single.
Well, you and I, Connor, before the game, were talking about how it's a very short fence out there in right field, so we expect guys like the lefties like Iverson and Trey to have a big day. But he goes the other way on his first base hit of the ball game, so nice job hitting that part on the hitting that pitch on the outside part of the plate. Just going with it in the left field to get a base runner.
Now one of the best batters in the league, and Sebastian Fabic, designated hitting today for the Southern Ohio Copperheads. He bats with a .396 average, as Nolker's pitch from the stretch is swung on and found straight back. 0-1.
Big rip there from Fabic. Had a good swing, just got a little bit underneath it. Try to turn that ball around next time.
Fabic in yesterday's game went 2 for 5, had a run and an RBI in a 9-6 loss to the Xenia Scouts. Copperheads winning the series against the Scouts, took 2 games out of 3. As Nolker is ready, takes a pickoff move over to Reese Trahey. Trahey goes back sliding. Count remains at 0-1.
It's a nice move there from Nolker. Caught Trahey frozen there for a second. Luckily, it wasn't that far off the bag, or else he might have had a pickoff.
Well, for Fabic, 40 hits and 101 at-bats. Most hits and at-bats out of anyone in the GLSCL. As the 0-1 pitch to Sebastian Fabic swung on and popped up a mile high over towards third base. Runyon is underneath it and makes a one-hand grab for the second out here in the top of the first inning. No score between the Southern Ohio Copperheads and the Cincinnati Steam. We'll quickly run through the defensive alignment for the Steam. Silverstein out in left field, Pena in center, Stringer in right field, Runyon at third, Wardway out in short, Rivero, second baseman, Persinger at first, Nolker on the mound, and McCabe behind the plate. So Zion Avery now stands in from the right side. Avery, .286 batter. Picked up 3 hits in yesterday's game, went 3 for 4 with a run scored as the fastball's in for a called strike, 0-1. So 0-1 the count to Zion Avery. 4 doubles, no triples, and 2 home runs on the season for Avery. Scored 10 runs, has knocked in 10 RBIs. As Nolker's ready. And the 0-1 pitch is check the swing. The throw down to second is in time for a caught stealing on Reese Trahey. The bat is taken out of Zion Avery's hands as Nolker gets through the top of the first without allowing a run. No scores. We enter into the bottom of the first. Cincinnati Steam coming to the plate when we return right here on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health. And your locally owned and operated laundry and dry cleaning business is a proud sponsor of the Copperheads. Stop by 15 West Stimson for all your laundry and dry cleaning needs.
It's a grand slam when you shop locally. Look for the Athens Area of Commerce logo and be sure to support the business that support the Athens Sandlot, our very own Copperheads, and our community. Love Athens. Keep it local, because together we make a difference.
The fun is just beginning in Athens, Ohio. Outdoor concerts and festivals, rails and trails, a 30-mile meal, and the funky vibe of Uptown Athens and Court Street, Ohio's most eccentric half-mile. The best road trip starts at AthensOhio.com, the region's most comprehensive site for maps, shopping and dining directories, and events calendar. Visit AthensOhio.com and start planning your next adventure.
Classic brands Budweiser and Yuengling are proud supporters of Copperheads Baseball. Please drink responsibly and always use a designated driver. Responsibility matters.
Donato's is the exclusive pizza provider of the Southern Ohio Copperheads. With toppings loaded from edge to edge, Donato's Pizza will be sure to satisfy your hunger. Located at 688 East State Street in Athens, make Donato's your pizza of choice today. Order by calling 740-5600. 592-5049 or order online at donatos.com.
The Southern Ohio Copperheads would like to show our support for Echoing Hills. Echoing Hills provides individuals a place to call home in a comfortable and safe environment where they can achieve their dreams surrounded by supportive friends and staff. For more information, contact them at 740-594-3541.
Ball Green Mortine, one of the nation's leading integrated marketing and communication firms, prides itself on hiring the best and brightest graduates from across the country each year. In fact, the company is home to many Ohio University alumni. For more details on internships and employment opportunities, visit www.ballgreenmortine.com.
You will be living the life if you stay at the Holiday Inn Express with the free complimentary breakfast, high-definition television in all the rooms, and free Wi-Fi. In addition to being the only non-smoking hotel in Athens, live the life, Holiday Inn Express.
This is Austin Dunphy, the manager with the Southern Ohio Copperheads, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Well, we expected Cameron Stiglich to make his first start of the season. However, he threw his first warm-up pitch before the bottom of the first inning. And then here comes Jared Kaiser for the Southern Ohio Copperheads. Looks like Jared Kaiser will come in to replace. It's Nick Kaiser out on the mounds. And Nick Kaiser will come in to replace Cameron Stiglich. Stiglich has not made a start yet for the Copperheads, was slated to start 2 games this season. Once against the Licking County Settlers early on in the year, and then after a little recovery effort, tried to make a start here in today's game. However, it'll be a bullpen game for the Copperheads as Nick Kaiser is on the mound out of Shawnee State.
Yeah, we'll see what the plan is now for the rest of the day with obviously Stiglich not being able to go as he threw one pitch and immediately took his glove off and shook his head and looked into the dugout. So not sure exactly what went wrong. It was the same arm, his throwing arm obviously, that took him out of his first start. But perhaps trying to rush back maybe and not being 100% ready to go, but he knew right away something was not right after he threw the first warm-up.
Well, what is a depleted pitching staff for the Southern Ohio Copperheads. It will be a bullpen game for them here today as Nick Kaiser has taken the mounds instead of Cameron Stiglich. The last time it was Zach Iverson who made the start against the Licking County Settlers, and Iverson has gone on to pitch extremely well. We're now more than halfway through the season here in the GLSCL, and it looks like Cameron Stiglich will not start today. Nick Kaiser on the mound. Kaiser with a 6.13 ERA, has 1 win, no losses. 10 games and relief appearances. This will be his first start, and I guess it will count as a start.
No guessing. It will count as a start.
It will count as a start.
No pitcher is on the hill before him.
Well, I didn't know that even Stiglich, he threw the one warm-up pitch, so I didn't know if that counted as him coming in to make a start, and then this would be a relief. But I don't know.
Can you get it? Can you have an outing slated without facing a batter?
I mean, if you have, I don't know. Is it? I remember a rule down in little leagues where if you throw a warm-up pitch, you're officially in the game. You count.
Huh.
I don't know. We have to nitpick the rules. We'll go through that later. We'll find out later. But none of that matters as Nick Kaiser takes the mound. 16 innings pitched for Kaiser. Has given up 31 hits, 18 runs, only 14 of them earned. 7 walks, 12 strikeouts. Has allowed a home run, 2 doubles, and 1 triple. And opponents are batting against Kaiser this season, .408, as he will make the start in today's game against a dangerous lineup for the Cincinnati Steam. The Steam in total batting .285 on the season. They've got 28 home runs and just continue to mash up against Southern Division foes, especially against the North Division, where they went 9-1. But it'll be Jeffrey Pena leading things off for the Cincinnati Steam as he checks swings. The ball bounces off the helmet of Scott Combs, the catcher. And quickly, Jared Kaiser had on the count. No balls and 1 strike.
Well, Kaiser's going to come in and throw a lot of strikes. I mean, you mentioned the high ERA and high average. A lot of balls get put in play off him. That's all he can do right now. Just let him put the ball in play. Let your defense try to make plays for you.
So there are 8 starters or 8 pitchers listed as the breaking ball is in for a called strike. 0-2. And now down to 7 as Cameron Stiglich came out of today's game with arm soreness, or he looked at his arm, didn't feel right. So he's out as 1 ball and 2 strikes. Fastball misses outside to Jeffrey Pena. Pena on the season, batting .289, 22 hits and 76 at-bats, 18 runs, 11 RBIs, as this one's lined up the middle and in for a base hit. Jared Kaiser got ahead on the count 1-2, but gives up the single, and it's going to be turned into a double as rounding first and heading for second is Pena. The ball was fielded out in right center field by Ty Crittenberger. Crittenberger had a tough time getting to it, and Pena takes second base. It's a leadoff double for the Cincinnati Steam in today's game.
Well, it actually might be a single and an error as Crittenberger had it lined up, then he bobbled it on the ground out there, but it's a little bit too much of the plate with a breaking ball and a 2-strike pitch, and Pena makes Kaiser pay for it, lines it right back up the middle for a base hit.
So it's a leadoff single for the Cincinnati Steam. As Ethan Stringer now stands in. Stringer, .455 average, 5 hits and 11 at-bats, a recent acquisition for the Steam as he's first pitch swinging and missing at Jared Kaiser's pitch, 0-1. Stringer, 3 runs on the season, 6 RBIs, 1 double, 1 home run, has walked once and struck out once. Stat line for Ethan Stringer. As Nick Kaiser pitching from the stretch with a runner on second base here in the bottom of the first, nobody out. Fastball misses inside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Defensive alignment for the Southern Ohio Copperheads here in the bottom of the first. Jared Hurd out in left field, Ty Crittenberger in center. Reese Trahey out in right field. Daniel Cruz at third. Phil Glasser at short. Zach Iverson, man at second base, is swinging a foul back towards the right side and off the netting here at Max McLeary Field. Brings the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. So, Joey, like you said, Kaiser comes in. He throws strikes, but he got hurt on the single by Jeffrey Pena. He's now on second base. And Ethan Stringer now behind in the count 1-2.
Yeah, he was up on 1-2. You just can't hang a breaking ball here like he did the first batter. Try to locate a little better.
Well, first strikeout of the game, swing and a miss. Right into the glove of catcher Scott Combs. First out here in the bottom of the first. It's a strikeout for Nick Kaiser.
You know, Kaiser has a little bit of a cut piece that he likes to throw for his fastball. Likes to throw a little bit more than the four-seamer. It looked like he had it right there as just keeps the ball off the barrel, moves, breaks away to the righties and into the lefties. That one just breaks away, and he's unable to catch up to it. First out of the inning.
First pitch, breaking ball, misses low to the batter, Braden Runyon. 1 ball, no strikes. For Braden Runyon, .329 average, 23 hits and 70 at-bats. 17 runs, 14 RBIs, 3 doubles, 3 home runs. Has walked 8 times and struck out 17 as a high fly ball deep out into right field, back at the wall, and this one is out of here. Home run, Braden Runyon. Cincinnati Steam take an early 2-0 lead here in the bottom of the first inning. Long home run off the bat of Braden Runyon. He picks up his 4th home run of the season. And Cincinnati Steam have a 2-0 lead here in the bottom of the first with 1 out.
Yeah, well, we kind of alluded to it earlier when Reese Trey was batting in the first inning. It's really short out there in right field, just 320 to right center, and I believe 285 down the line as Runyon has put a lot of power into that swing, sent it the other way. Trey just took a peek at it, he knew it was over.
Well, Nick Kaiser put into a very difficult situation here in the bottom of the first, coming in for Cameron Stiglich. Stiglich threw 1 warm-up pitch, and that was it for him. Felt arm discomfort. He knew it, took his glove off. Austin Dunphy came out of the dugout and made the signal down to the bullpen for Nick Kaiser to come in as the first pitch missed to Eddie Persinger for a ball. Now is a fly ball deep out into left field, back at the wall, and this one is out of here. Back-to-back home runs for the Cincinnati Steam. Eddie Persinger gets his 7th, count 'em, 7 home runs on the season for the Cincinnati Steam, and Eddie Persinger picks up RBI number 23. Here in today's game. It's a 3-0 lead for the Cincinnati Steam with 1 out here in the bottom of the first inning.
Of course, we know Persinger. He hit that monster 3-run homer to give the Steam the lead in that 98 loss back in the first couple weeks of the season. But Persinger, big power threat up there towards the top of the league in homers. Didn't crush that one, but got just enough to get it down the line, that 327 sign. And guys are struggling here in the bottom of the first inning.
Kaiser did pick up a strikeout against Ethan Stringer, but since then he's given up 2 home runs and a single. As the first pitch is in for a cold strike to Jake Silverstein. Silverstein batting .365, has 23 hits and 63 at-bats as he swings and misses at Nick Kaiser's pitch. And it is 0-2 for the count with 1 out here in the bottom of the first with the Cincinnati Steam up 3-0. Nick Kaiser's fastball misses, hits the outside corner for strike 3 called. Late call by home plate umpire Aaron Ranch low, but it is a strikeout. Kaiser has 2 strikeouts here in the bottom of the first inning. 3-0 lead for the Steam.
Yeah, real nice pitch there, low and away on the outside corner. Nothing that the hitter could do with it. Good spot there from Kaiser. So he has to try to stay out of the middle of the plate, but just hurt him here for 2 homers in the bottom of the first so far.
Nick Kaiser working from the windup. First pitch misses low and inside to Tyler Wardwell. Wardwell, the shortstop in today's game for the Cincinnati Steam. 6 RBIs, 13 runs. Batting .365 as he bangs one out into right field. That goes all the way down to the wall. The throw in from Reese Trahey. It's a good one. The throw is a little offline and it is safe. It's a double, 2-out double for Tyler Wardwell. Picks up his 4th double of the season. The throw was there, just offline. And now it's a 2-out double here in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, just pulled Glasser a little bit off the bag there. As the ball did beat Wardwell there. It looked like he was going to have him. It was not a bad throw from Trey, just a little bit offline. If it was on the bag, he definitely would have had Wardwell retired at second. But unfortunate, now another base runner with 2 away.
Ben McCabe at the plate, batting .306, the catcher for the Steam. As Kaiser's pitch is swung on and fouled off towards the right side and out of play, 0-1. For Ben McCabe, 4 walks, 17 strikeouts, has 11 runs scored, 14 RBIs, 3 doubles, 3 home runs. A power-happy team. Now 30 home runs on the season for the Cincinnati Steam. As the 0-1 pitch bounces away from the catcher Scott Combs, moving over towards third is Tyler Wardwell. And now there's a runner 90 feet away from scoring here in the bottom of the first with the Cincinnati Steam up over the Southern Ohio Copperheads 3-0. Now bullpen game here today on this 92-degree day in Cincinnati. As Nick Kaiser's fastball misses just a bit low. 2 balls and 1 strike to the batter, Ben McCabe. McCabe, 19 hits and 62 at-bats. As now the 2-1 swung on and missed. Brings the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Steam were off yesterday, had a cancellation against the Richmond Jazz. Last time they were active was on the 3rd, so did not have a July 4th game. As a fastball hits the outside corner, strike 3 called, and the side is finally retired. But the Cincinnati Steam tack on 3. It's a 2-run home run off the bat of Braden Runyon and a solo homer from Eddie Persinger to bring the Steam over the Copperheads as we enter into the top of the second inning right here on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health. Donato's is the exclusive pizza provider of the Southern Ohio Copperheads. With toppings loaded from edge to edge, Donato's Pizza will be sure to satisfy your hunger. Located at 688 East State Street in Athens, make Donato's your pizza of choice today. Order by calling 740-592-5049 or order online at donatos.com.
The Southern Ohio Copperheads would like to show our support for Echoing Hills. Echoing Hills provides individuals a place to call home in a comfortable and safe environment where they can achieve their dreams surrounded by supportive friends and staff. For more information, contact them at 740-594-3541.
Ball Green Mortine, one of the nation's leading integrated marketing and communication firms, prides itself on hiring the best and brightest graduates from across the country each year. In fact, the company is home to many Ohio University alumni. For more details on internships and employment opportunities, visit www.ballgreenmortine.com.
You will be living the life if you stay at the Holiday Inn Express with the free complimentary breakfast, high-definition television in all the rooms, and free Wi-Fi. In addition to being the only non-smoking hotel in Athens, live the life. Holiday Inn Express.
Fans, Jackie O's Pub and Brewery is the official pregame and postgame hangout for the Copperheads. Be sure to meet us there before and after every game. From your
Hi, I'm Zion Avery. I go to Ohio University. I'm first baseman catcher for the Copperheads, and you're listening to Copperhead Network.
Zion Avery will lead things off here in the top of the second inning. He was at the plate in the top of the first, but Reese Trahey was thrown out trying to steal. It'll be Zion Avery, Scott Combs, and Phil Glasser here in the top of the second, as Andrew Noker remains on the mound. First pitch comes inside, hits Zion Avery. And Zion, who had been hit by pitch free for a while. Finally picks up his 8th hit by pitch of the season. A painful way to get on base, but raises the on base percentage for Zion. And it's a leadoff man on base for the Copperheads, and they need it down 3 to the Steam here in the top of the second inning.
Well, you knew it had to happen again at some point. Zion, I mean, he probably went 5+ games without getting hit. It was a little weird, honestly. But that one runs in and gets him, as I feel like we see on every broadcast. 1 or 2 guys gets hit for the Copperheads every game, as they're got a decent margin in that category in the league.
First pitch in to Scott Combs, misses low and inside for a ball. Scott Combs on the season, batting .283, was named a reserve on the All-Star roster. All-Star game will be played here in Cincinnati, 15th, 16th, and the 17th, as a swing and a miss by Scott Combs brings count even at 1 ball and 1 strike. So 1-1 the count, nobody out here in the top of the second inning. Scott Combs, 7 runs, 10 RBIs on the season. Only 1 extra base hit for a double, and does have a stolen base on the year. That came in the last game. Fastball misses low, 2 balls and a strike. 5 walks for Scott Combs, 11 strikeouts. As Combs has become a fixture behind the plate as of late, as the 2-1 is line drive out into left field, but making the catch in left center field is Jake Silverstein. And now that's the first out here in the top of the second inning.
Good swing there from Combs. Got a little bit underneath it. Hit the left field enough time to camp under to make a catch. He'll take swings like that in every at-bat.
On with the outfield, Glasser stands in at the plate. Glasser, one of the few lefty batters in the lineup for the Copperheads. You have Trahey, Jared Hurd, and Phil Glasser. So Glasser can take advantage of the short porch out in right field, as the first pitch fastball from Nolker misses low for a ball, 1-0. Glasser batting .267, has 20 hits and 75 at-bats, 14 runs scored, 10 RBIs, 5 doubles. No triples or home runs for Phil Glasser, as the 1-0 pitch is swung on and lifted high into the infield. A pop-up. Eddie Rivero, the second baseman, is ranging under it, but instead it'll be the shortstop, and he drops it. The shortstop, Wardwell, drops the ball. So it will be Zion Avery switching positions with Phil Glasser. The shortstop, Wardwell, misplayed the pop-up in the infield. He searched his glove, tried to find a hole, but instead it'll just be an out. A 6 unassisted. 2 outs, top of the second.
Yeah, nothing Avery could really do about that, as obviously you're just waiting on the bag when a pop up in the infield. Can't tag up or anything. So when the ball fell, it was pretty much guaranteed that he'd be out. But almost disaster there for the Steam.
As the first pitch to the batter, Ty Krittenberger, missed for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. 2 outs here in the top of the second inning. Phil Glasser on first base. Krittenberger at the plate. Krittenberger batting .224. 11 hits, 49 at-bats, 10 runs scored, 5 RBIs, and 2 doubles. As the 1-0 pitch is swung on and missed. Brings Cat even a 1 ball and 1 strike.
And well, Krittenberger only batting .224, but up there on the team in hard hit percentage on the season, meaning in his at-bats. He's hitting the ball hard a lot, just not really finding the results, but he's done a good job. He was batting under 100 not that long ago.
Fastball misses low to Ty Krittenberger.
But he's
2
been
balls
able,
and a strike.
he's been able to bring that average up a little bit, up in .220 now. And this is one of the hardest working guys on the team. Always there early, always there after the game, in the cage, hitting off the tee, doing a soft toss, whatever he has to do.
And he is one of the nicest guys if you ever get to know him. Try to meet Ty Krittenberger at some point in your life. As a 2-2. There's a counter fastball, ran in for a strike. Runner on first base here in the top of the second inning, but 2 outs. Copperheads gave up 3 in the bottom of the first inning, trying to get 1 back here. As a 2-2 pitch is swung on and fouled off towards the right side and out of play. Cincinnati Steam lead the Southern Division in the GLSCL. 17-10 record. Copperheads only 2.5 back. Are now down to 7 pitchers on the year. It'll be difficult for them to try and find the pitching, as a foul ball clanks off the mask of McCabe behind the plate. Count remains at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
course, it's got to be tough on Nick Kaiser, as you never assume that you're going to be starting in the first inning when you're a bullpen guy. But obviously a freak situation with Stigwitz throwing the warm-up and something not feeling right. Maybe Kaiser didn't get enough warm-up time as he would normally be used to.
2-2 the count to Ty Crittenberger. The pitch in is another swing and a foul ball. This one bounces off the net back onto the field. And the count remains at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, Crittenberger's got a good at-bat working here, fighting off a lot of pitches, trying to keep this inning alive. It's the Copperheads got some work to do, already down by 3 here in the second inning.
3 runs in the bottom of the first for the Cincinnati Steam. As now the 2-2 pitch from Elker runs inside on Ty Crittenberger, and now the count is full with 2 outs here on the top of the second inning. Crittenberger against the Steam batted .333 earlier on in the year in a 3-game series that was played at Bob Brand. Is now a protection pitch, swung on, bouncing ball slow up the line to second base. Not in time. Ty Crittenberger legs out an infield single. And now there are runners on first and second with 2 outs here in the top of the second inning.
Yes, a pitch on the inside, kind of a swing there from Crittenberger, but he's able to chop it out, slow roller to second. You know he's quick up the baseline, has several stolen bases this season, so he beats that one out, keeps the inning alive for the Copperheads.
Well, with the infield single, bring up Jared Hurd. Hurd on the year, batting .222, 10 hits, 45 at-bats, 10 runs, 11 RBIs, and has an extra base hit and all a double, a triple, and a home run. As the first pitch to the lefty batter misses low and away. Popping up out of the crouch was McCabe, tried to throw down to second, decided against it. 1-0 the count. Runners in scoring position this season, Jared Hurd batting .313. He's got 1 in scoring position right now as Phil Glasser is on second base with 2 outs here in the top of the second inning. Glasser on second, over at first is Ty Crittenberger as the fastball hits the low outside corner of the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike to Jared Hurd.
As you mentioned, batting .313, and it looks like all 11 of his RBIs are coming when there is a runner in scoring position. So Hurd has been one of the more effective batters in these situations for the team this year.
1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch from Nolker misses low and away. Jared Hurd has worked to count 2 balls and 1 strike.
Of course, that's big against a guy like Nolker, as of course with the .7 ERA. Runs come at a premium, so when you get opportunities with runners in scoring position, you got to be able to get the big hits. Try to knock him out of the ball game a little sooner than he's used to.
Nolker checks back to second. Now to the plate. A swing and a broken bat out into left field. Making the catch is the left fielder Silverstein, and the side is retired. Copperheads get 2 on base here in the top of the second inning, unable to bring them around. 3 outs are made, and we head to the bottom half of the second. Cincinnati Steam coming to the plate as they lead 3-0 over the Southern Ohio Copperheads. You're listening to the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health. Fans, Jackie O's Pub and Brewery is the official pregame and postgame hangout for the Copperheads. Be sure to meet us there before and after every game. From your pint to your plate, Jackie O's proudly presents over 40 beers on draft, produced right here in Athens. Newly remodeled public house and kitchen menu, uptown in-house bakery, 22-acre farm and taproom facility lunch specials, and locally sourced dinners 7 days a week. 100-plus person outdoor patio, uptown. Learn more at jackios.com. Instagram or Facebook today. After the game, be sure to stop by Jackie O's Uptown or the tap room in Campbell Street. Just because the game ended doesn't mean your night has to. Jackie O's, the official pregame and postgame sponsor of your Copperheads.
Don't forget to stop by Kona Ice behind the press box on the third base side. Locally owned and operated by Rich Hayes of Athens. They offer tropical shaved ice in an assortment of flavors. And be sure to ask about their fundraising opportunities.
Rocky Brands is...
I'm Sebastian Fabic from Cincinnati, Ohio, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Bottom of the second inning here at Max McLeary Field in Cincinnati, Ohio, where the Cincinnati Steam have a 3-0 lead over the Southern Ohio Copperheads. 8-9 then top for the Steam. It's Cameron Roundtree and Eddie Rivero against Nick Kaiser. Kaiser from the windup. The first pitch to Roundtree is taken a bit high for a ball. 1-0. Well, Nick Kaiser coming in a difficult situation, replacing Cameron Stiglich. As Kaiser's come in, all his appearances have been in relief. We'll call this one a start as the breaking ball is in for a called strike. 1 ball and a strike to Cameron Roundtree, who's batting .235 this season, 12 hits in 51 at-bats, 9 runs, 7 RBIs. As he swings and lines this one out into shallow left field, that gets down for a base hit. And it's a leadoff single for Cameron Roundtree, with Eddie Rivera coming to the plate.
Yeah, just a nice swing, kept the hands inside the baseball, lined it out into left field as Kaiser going to have to settle down after a tough first inning. A couple homers got him last time, but he also was able to strike out the side, so he is able to get outs. And when he can locate his pitches, he's going to stay out of the middle of the zone where it tends to hurt him, as it does all pitchers who throw down the middle of the plate.
First pitch in for a called strike to Eddie Rivera. Rivera, .265 batter, 18 hits and 68 at-bats, 10 runs, 8 RBIs. 2 doubles, 12 walks, and 17 strikeouts as the 0-1 is taken low, bounces in the dirt. 1 ball and 1 strike. One of the only all-dirt fields we've seen all season long. It's here in Cincinnati, Ohio. 3-0 lead for the Cincinnati Steamers. A line drive out into right field, moving back as right field. He makes the catch on the warning track for the first out here in the bottom of the second inning.
Boy, it looks like every ball that gets hit out the right field, you wonder if it's getting over the wall. It's such a short porch out there, just 320 to right center. I believe only 285 down the line. So Trey's going to be back at that wall a lot throughout the game. Nice job there from Kaiser, recovering from the leadoff single, getting it out there.
Well, the first out recorded that's not a strikeout today. Kaiser struck out Stringer, struck out Silverstein, and struck out McCabe. As now the first pitch is swung on by the leadoff batter Jeffrey Pena. Fly ball out into right field, making the catch is Reese Trahey. And now there are 2 away here in the bottom of the second inning. First pitch swinging was Jeffrey Pena. Fly ball out into right, makes a second out. And Ethan Stringer to the plate.
Yep, couple big flyouts there for Kaiser as he tries to, make do with a tough situation. Obviously didn't assume he'd be in the game in the first inning. He got roughed up a little bit this inning, but calming down a little bit. Still has that runner on first.
Well, the runner on first takes off, but it was a hit and run. Stringer flies one out into foul territory down the right field line and out of play. No balls and 1 strike with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning. Cincinnati Steam scoring all their runs off of the home run. Braden Runyon, a 2-run homer. And Eddie Persinger with a solo home run. It was back-to-back from Persinger and Runyon. As now the 0-1 pitch, throw down to first, not in time. Ball was called a strike. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Moving back safely to first base was Cameron Roundtree.
Yeah, Kaiser's got to locate this 0-2 pitch. Can't catch too much of the play. See Scott Combs lining up.
0-2 pitch swung on, foul tipped into the glove of Scott Combs. And Nick Kaiser does it here in the bottom of the second. A scoreless inning for Kaiser as the Copperheads come to the plate in the top of the third. They trail the Cincinnati Steam 3-0. We'll be right back on the Copperheads Media Network presented by Ohio Health. Rocky Brands is much more than you think. Rocky Brands is a global leader in the footwear and apparel market with over 1,500 distributors of Rocky, Georgia Boot, and Durango brands nationwide. Rocky Brands designs, develops, and markets hardworking boots, outdoor footwear, and apparel designed for every pursuit and fashionable women footwear that invites you to live a little. And they do it all right here in Southeast Ohio. To see the whole Rocky Brands story, go to rockybrands.com.
State Farm and agent Shauna Stump are proud supporters of Copperheads Baseball. Visit our West Union Street office or call 593-6882 today to discuss all your insurance and financial service needs. See us celebrating 14 years of service to the Athens community. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Schneider, Fuller & Stroh is one of the premier financial and insurance firms in the region. If you have questions regarding your financial, insurance, or employee benefit package, please call Mark Schneider, Jim Fuller, or Dan Stroh at 740-594-8385 or visit them online at www.schneiderfullerstroh.com. That is SNIDERFULLERSTROH.com.
The Cat's Eye Saloon at 12 North Court Street features a great selection of craft.
Hey, I'm Scott Combs, catcher for the Copperheads, and you're listening to the Copperhead Media Network.
Scott Combs caught the foul tip. Strikeout was recorded against Evan Stringer. Struck out for the second time today. Nick Kaiser worked through a scoreless bottom of the second inning. And now Daniel Cruz comes to the plate for the Southern Ohio Copperheads here in the top of the third. First pitch to Daniel Cruz, misses low and away for a ball, 1-0. For Daniel Cruz, .265 batter, 18 hits and 64 at-bats, 14 runs, 16 RBIs, 5 doubles, 1 home run, 9 walks and 11 strikeouts as he swings at the fastball offering and lifts it high into the infield. Eddie Rivera calling everybody off. He makes a catch through the sun, and the first out is recorded here in the top of the third inning. Lineup turns over to the leadoff man, Zach Iverson. So Andrew Nolker is through 2 1/3 scoreless innings against the Copperheads. He has only allowed 2 earned runs and 2 runs overall on his season. As the first pitch to Zach Iverson is swung on and fouled off towards the right side and out of play.
Yeah, not a bad swing on that pitch from Iverson. Just a tick behind it as he got under it, fouled it back. Try to catch up to the fastball this time around.
0-1 the count. Iverson in his first at-bat flew out to left field for the first out of the game. As the first and second pitch into Zach Iverson is swung on, and again a fly ball out into left field, ranging over with Silverstein, but he'll watch it go out of play. Brings got no balls and 2 strikes. Zach Iverson does have a home run this season. It was a big fly up north against the Green Giants as a fastball from Nolker misses high and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. One, 2 the count. Nolker with a long pause messes up with the timing of Zach Iverson. Swung on, foul tipped, and dropped in the dirt by the catcher McCabe. Zach Iverson stays alive.
You got just enough of that one as I thought. Didn't really hear anything. I thought he might get rung up on that pitch, but apparently got just enough of it to stay alive in the AB.
1, 2 the count. Nolker's pitch is swung on a miss. This one's a strikeout. First strikeout on the day for Andrew Nolker. And now there are 2 outs here in the top of the third inning.
Yeah, front door breaking ball. Iverson tried to reach forward to protect with 2 strikes. Just came up empty. Nice pitch there from Nolker. So it was well located on the outside part of the plate.
2 outs, top of the third. Reese Trahey coming to the plate for the second time today. Trahey, first pitch, swung on. High bouncing ball, takes a funny hop. Second baseman has it. Rivera throws over to Persinger at first in time for the third and final out here in the top of the third inning. Southern Ohio Copperheads go down 1-2-3 as the Cincinnati team come back to the plate in the bottom half of the inning. You're listening to the Copperheads Media Network presented by Ohio Health.
The Cat's Eye Saloon at 12 North Court Street features a great selection of craft beers on tap and in the bottle 365 days a year. The Cat's Eye Saloon is a proud supporter of the Southern Ohio Copperheads and all Ohio University athletics. The Cat's Eye Saloon, your home away from home, open 7 days a week.
The Copperheads would like to thank Wendy's for their support of the team and players. If you're hungry, stop into Wendy's, located off of Richland Avenue and East State Street. Check the back of your ticket stub for a free small Frosty with any purchase.
Stephanie Wood, Ohio Realty, will help you find your next safe home. Stephanie Wood, bringing home the results and going the extra distance.
Schneider, Fuller, and Stroh has supported the Copperheads since 2002. We're proud of that affiliation and excited to sponsor Fireworks Night again this year on June 29th. As one of the premier financial and insurance firms in the region, Schneider, Fuller, and Stroh is focused on helping our clients secure their financial future. What's your plan? Give them a call at 594-8385.
This is Austin Dunphy, the manager with the Southern Ohio Copperheads, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Steam 3 sheds nothing as we enter into the bottom of the third inning. For the Steam, there'll be 3, 4, and 5. Braden Runyon, Eddie Persinger, and Jake Silverstein all coming to the plate. And the next two batters against Nick Kaiser both hit home runs as the first pitch swing. Line drive deep out into center field, and diving to make the catch is Ty Crittenberger. Crittenberger robbing a hit away from Braden Runyon. That would have been an extra base hit and trouble. But Ty Crittenberger takes the hit away from Runyon, and there's one out here in the bottom of the third inning.
Well, you knew he got a good break on it because he jumped on it right away. So he thought he obviously had a play, but he was able to lunge out to his right, make a nice catch to take away the base hit.
So one threat eliminated. Here comes the second one. Eddie Persinger, 1 for 1 on the day with a home run. It was a solo homer. He dumped over the left field wall. First pitch missed for a ball. Second pitch on the way. It swung on and a pop fly over towards the left side. Ranging over and not being able to make a play would be the shortstop Phil Glasser all the way out into foul territory down the left field line. That ball went out of play. And now the count is at 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, and despite just a wall scraper down the left field line his last time up, it's still an impressive show of power from the lefty to hit the ball 340 feet the other way. It's Persinger, the biggest power threats in the league.
Well, he is the biggest power threat in the league, leading the GLSCL in home runs. As the pitch is fouled off towards the right side and out of play, count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch from Nick Kaiser, a ball misses outside. Count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, nice little breaking ball there from Kaiser. Tried to sneak it on the outside part of the plate. Good take there from Persinger. It was just outside. That's the kind of spot that Kaiser needs to hit to a batter like this.
Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Eddie Persinger goes down swinging. Nick Kaiser picks up his 5th strikeout of the day. And now Jake Silverstein stands in.
Yeah, and you see, since that first inning, been real solid, throwing a lot of strikes, keeping hitters off balance, you know. As you know, Kaiser has good stuff. It's just he's got to keep the ball, got to keep hitting his spots, keep painting the corners.
As the first pitch is swung on and lined over the glove of Daniel Cruz, jumping third baseman all the way out into left field. Rounding first and deciding against it is the batter Jake Silverstein, so he stays at first base with a 2-out single here in the bottom of the third inning. Cincinnati Steam still hold the 3-0 lead.
Well, smart move that he did stay at first base. It was a strong throw in from Hurd on a hop into second base, as probably would have been out by a mile, but he took a big turn, pulled up, headed back to first. But for Kaiser, there's no hurt, just a runner on first. You just got to go on and get the next batter. Still got 2 outs in the inning.
Kaiser has yet to have a 1-2-3 inning, but has pitched a scoreless inning in the second, and now trying to work through a scoreless inning here in the bottom of the third as the first pitch is fouled off towards the left side. Off of Tyler Wardwell, the shortstop. Wardwell had a double, did not come in to score. Reached third base, however. 0-1 the count to Wardwell. As a pitch from Kaiser, a breaking ball lifted high in the air, left side, in foul territory. A little miscommunication between the third baseman Daniel Cruz and the catcher Scott Combs. Combs takes control of it, makes the catch, and the side is retired. We're through 3 here in Cincinnati at Max McLeary Fields. Cincinnati Steam 3, Southern Ohio Copperheads nothing. We'll throw it to John Medora for the 4th, 5th, and 6th. We'll be right back on the Copperheads Media Network presented by Ohio Health. Ambassador Laundry, your locally owned and operated laundry and dry cleaning business, is a proud sponsor of the Copperheads. Stop by 15 West Stimson for all your laundry and dry cleaning needs.
It's a grand slam when you shop locally. Look for the Athens Area of Commerce logo and be sure to support the business that support the Athens Sandlot, our very own Copperheads, and our community. Love Athens. Keep it local, because together we make a difference.
The fun is just beginning in Athens, Ohio. Outdoor concerts and festivals, rails and trails, a 30-mile meal, and the funky vibe of Uptown Athens and Court Street, Ohio's most eccentric half-mile. The best road trip starts at AthensOhio.com, the region's most comprehensive site for maps, shopping and dining directories, and events calendar. Visit AthensOhio.com and start planning your next adventure.
Classic brands Budweiser and Yuengling are proud supporters of Copperheads Baseball. Please drink responsibly and always use a designated driver. Responsibility matters.
Donato's is the exclusive pizza provider of the Southern Ohio Copperheads. With toppings loaded from edge to edge, Donato's Pizza will be sure to satisfy your hunger. Located at 688 East State Street in Athens, make Donato's your pizza of choice today. Order by calling 740-592-5049 or order online at donatos.com.
Ty Krinberger from Pompano, Florida. You're listening to Ched's Media.
Top of the fourth, Cincinnati Steam holding on to a 3-0 lead over the Southern Ohio Copperheads. They scored 3 runs in the bottom of the first, 2 on a homer from Brendan Runyon into right center field, and then back-to-back homers came when Eddie Persinger launched one over the left field wall. That's how they scored their 3 runs. Copperheads have been blanked by Noelker so far in this ball game, as it's Sebastian Fabic leading off for the Copperheads in this inning. As first pitch into from Noelker runs inside, and Fabic ducks out of the way of it, takes it for a ball. It'll be a 1-0 count into Fabic. As Fabic came into the ball game batting .396, the 1-0 pitch swung on, big cut by Fabic, comes up empty, evens up the count at 1. When Fabic back to lead off this season, he's batting .308 in 13 at-bats. As the 1-1 pitch misses outside and low for a ball, now a 2-1 count into Sebastian Fabic. As Fabic in his first at-bat popped up to third base back in the first inning to retire the side. As he's DHing in this ball game, here comes a 2-1 pitch. Again, runs high and inside to him. He's in the driver's seat now, 3-1. As Noelker hasn't allowed a run yet through the first 3+ innings. Came into the ball game with a .7 ERA, leading the team, one of the best in the league as well. As a 3-1 pitch into Fabic, lined out towards short, but right at the shortstop. And he will make the catch. As unfortunate there from Fabic, gave it a ride out to short, but right at the infielder. 1 away now in the inning for Zion Avery.
Hard hit ball for Sebastian Fabic, but just as you said, found somebody out in the field, made the catch.
So Zion Avery now hit by a pitch in his first at-bat, leading the team in that category. It was the 8th time he got plunked this season, as the first pitch into him from Noelker is high and inside, but a check swing, and Zion goes around. There'll be a strike, 0-1. As the 0-1 pitch from Noelker is a breaking ball, catches the outside corner for a strike. Avery now down in the count, 0-2. As Avery has a pair of homers this season, came in the same game against the Clippers. The 0-2 pitch into him, a swung on and grounded towards Runyon to third. He makes a sliding stop, throw on to first, in time to retire Zion Avery. Despite the ball getting dropped by the first baseman, Persinger was after the catch was already secured. As Runyon makes a nice play down the line on the slide with the backhand, and a strong throw on to first to retire Avery, 2 away.
Well, just a really, really nice play by Runyon. Made the backhand play. He picked it up the ground, and then just the arm. He could really sling it across the diamond.
So now it's Scott Combs up at the plate. He flew out to left field his first at-bat. First pitch into him is a strike as Noelker kind of falls off the mound a little funny there. Perhaps losing his balance a little bit. Appears to be okay as he has a smile out there on the mound. Well, 1 count now to Scott Combs. As the 0-1 pitch into Scott Combs. Now will run high and inside for a ball. And even up the count at 1. To Combs, who came in batting .283 on the season as one of the alternate selections for the All-Star team in the South Division of the GLSCL. As 1-1 pitch, the breaking ball stays up high to Combs, 2-1. But Combs getting the honor, 1 of 3 Copperheads, along with Zach Iverson and Sebastian Fabic, who, with the seasons Fabic and Iverson, have been having kind of easy choice for the All-Star team. It's 2-1 pitch at a fastball inside. Combs chases it on the swing. Let's go with the bat as well as he'll look for some more pine tar now as Ty Krinberg will flip it to him. Counts even at 2 with 2 away in the top of the 4th. 3-0 Steam over the Copperheads.
And we should mention that Chris Gambert was also named as a reserve for the All-Star team, but unfortunately had the injury, had to go home. But Chris Gamrot, of course, also got to add him, even though he's not going to be there.
2-2 to Combs. The pitch runs outside and low. As Noelker tried to bury it, but Scott Combs takes it. Runs the count full with 2 away now. As Combs trying to work a 2-out base runner against Noelker. As full count pitch comes on, swung on and fouled back into the screen by Scott Combs. As the 7th pitch of the at-bat will come with this next pitch. Full count pitch home to Combs. And another foul ball. This one well out of play over the first base dugout. So Scott Combs making Noelker work a little bit. Here in this top half of the 4th inning, Copperheads trail at 3-0. 2 away, nobody on. But Combs trying to spark something here with 2 away. Here comes the 8th pitch of the at-bat. The 3-2 home runs high and inside for a ball. Scott Combs to draw the walk. First one issued by Noelker in the ballgame, and a 2-out base runner will be aboard for Phil Glasser.
Well, good at-bat work by the All-Star Scott Combs. Down in the count, worked it full, and then worked the walk.
As runners on base, hasn't really bothered Noelker this season. The average against him with runners on is 174. Just 8 hits in 46 at-bats, no home runs. So very comfortable out of the stretch is Noelker as he'll go there now. First pitch in the Glasser is in the dirt for a ball, 1-0, blocked by the catcher. As Glasser in his last at-bat had a fielder's choice, popped it up in the infield, but it was dropped by the shortstop. But Zion Avery was on first base, so he was able to just touch second base for the force out. So 0 for 1 for Glasser on the day. The 1-0 pitch into him. Runs high and outside for a ball. Now Glasser up in the count 2-0.
Noelker, a big pitch-to-contact batter, or a pitcher. 15 walks, 13 strikeouts. Not a whole lot of walks or strikeouts, but a little concerning that the walks are more than the strikeouts.
As 1 walk and a hit by a pitch so far, as long as 1 hit for the Copperheads. That's 2-0 pitch in the Glasser. Will catch at the knees for a strike. 2-1 now. As Phil on the season with runners on base, batting at .295 with 10 RBIs and 44 at-bats. As a 2-1 pitch into him, we swung on and fouled back into the screen. Just missed it. But after falling behind 2-0, Noelker brings the count back even at 2-2. Copperheads trailing at 3-0 here in the first of this 3-game weekend series with the Cincinnati Steam, as we'll be here broadcasting all 3 of them. As Noelker comes set, long look in. Now here comes a 2-2 pitch, runs inside and low to Phil Glasser, so back-to-back full counts worked by the Copperheads. As Scott Combs will now be off on the pitch with the full count and 2 away in the inning. So Glasser try to get a ball into the gap here to score Combs all the way from first, as he'll be on the move. As Noelker comes set. Scott Combs takes off. 3-2 swung on a chop foul off the back foot of Phil Glasser. So a couple of long ABs here in the back half of this top of the 4th inning. As it was a pitch at bat for Scott Combs. Now here comes a 7th pitch here for Phil Glasser.
And when Phil Glasser was going, these are the kind of at-bats that he was working. Full count, 2-2. Just trying to get the count in his favor.
As ready for another full count pitch here with 2 away in the top of the 4th pitch in the Glasser. Swung on and again fouled out of play down the third base line. And Glasser will see another 3-2 pitch. As Glasser in the first series with the Steam had 15 plate appearances, batted .267. Or excuse me, batted 154 in that series in 3 games, 19 at-bats against the Steam. Just 2 for 19, did have a double. As the 8th pitch of the at-bat, here it comes, full count pitch, swung on and fouled away again by Glasser down towards the Steam dugout. And it'll be another 3-2 pitch, and I'm sure Scott Combs might be a little tired of taking off on the pitch That's now 3 straight foul balls by Phil Glasser with the bases loaded.
Well, you wish that it was anyone else except for Scott Combs because he's the catcher. He, rest his legs. Probably not good for him to be running out there after every single 3-2.
It'll be off on this pitch again. The 9th one in the Glasser, and this one is swung on and fouled again down the third base line as Phil Glasser running up the pitch count of Nolker in the inning as he picked up a couple of quick outs to the first 2 guys, but now between these last 2, 18 pitches between the 2 of them as he's now up at around 60 for the ball game. Through 3 2/3, trying to get through this 4th unscathed. It's 3-0 Steam. 2 away. The 10th pitch of the at-bat into Phil Glass. Here comes another 3-2 pitch. Combs is off. This one will be fair. Flied out into deep center field, going back to center fielder as he will make the catch on the run. A couple steps in front of the warning track. Phil Glasser gives it a ride, but got just underneath it, and the side is retired in the top of the 4th. No runs, no hits, 1 left on for the Copperheads. We head into the bottom of the 4th. Steam still lead at 3-0. You're listening to Copperheads Baseball on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health. Ambassador Laundry, your locally owned and operated laundry and dry cleaning business, is a proud sponsor of the Copperheads. Stop by 15 West Stimson for all your laundry and dry cleaning needs.
It's a grand slam when you shop locally. Look for the Athens Area Chamber of Commerce logo and be sure to support the businesses that support the Athens Sandlot, our very own Copperheads, and our community. Love Athens. Keep it local, because together we make a difference.
The fun is just beginning in Athens, Ohio. Outdoor concerts and festivals, rails and trails, a 30-mile meal, and the funky vibe of Uptown Athens and Court Street, Ohio's most eccentric half-mile. The best road trip starts at AthensOhio.com, the region's most comprehensive site for maps, shopping, and dining directories, and events calendar. Visit AthensOhio.com and start planning your next adventure.
Classic brands Budweiser and Yingling are all proud supporters of Copperheads Baseball. Please drink responsibly and always use a designated driver. Responsibility matters.
Donato's is the
Hey, I'm Scott Combs, catcher for the Copperheads, and you're listening to the Copperhead Media Network.
bottom of the 4th. Ben McCabe due to lead it off here for the Steam, the catcher. As Nick Kaiser has pitched these first 3 innings, if he can complete it, it'll be his longest outing on the year. As he pitched 3 innings back in his first appearance on the year on June 5th, as the first pitch is fouled away by McCabe. 0-1 is the count. As it was all the way back on June 5th against the Settlers, Kaiser got the win in 3 innings, giving up 1 run and 3 hits. But 1 out away from his longest outing on the year in relief as the 0-1 pitch catches the corner for a strike. 0-2 now. It'll actually be counted as a start for Kaiser.
I'd love to go through and see if that's official.
Yeah, you might be right about that. If you warm up, you might be slated as a starter. But the 0-2 pitch, breaking ball, misses low and inside to the batter, McCabe. 1-2 is the count now.
Because it does have Stiglich on point streak right now. It would be Stiglich and then Kaiser.
As 1-2 pitch, not what you want to do there. Kaiser will hit McCabe. He jogs down to first. And the leadoff man is on via the hit by pitch as Kaiser had him down 0-2. But then lets that pitch get away from him. McCabe is now on first base to lead off the inning.
Just a tough pitch from Nick Kaiser. Gets ahead in the count, then loses him right at the last second with a hit by pitch. You hate to see it.
So now it's Roundtree, the DH, up to bat. He singled in the left field his first time up, 1 for 1 on the day. As first pitch in is lined out into center field. Going back is Ty Krinberg, who will make the catch on the run. Backpedaling a little bit. Hard hit ball from Roundtree, but right where Krinberger was playing out in center field. 1 away now. That runner stays at first base.
I feel like we've praised the outfield for Southern Ohio Copperheads every single game. Krinberger just making that play look routine.
A lot of range in that outfield for the Copperheads this season. Between Krinberger, Hurd, Cross, Trahey. As first pitch now into Eddie Rivero, misses low for a ball, 1-0. Rivero, the second baseman, flew out to right field, fairly deep, all the way back to the track his last time up in that short right center field 320 range as 1-0 pitch. Big swing there from Rivero, comes up empty, 1-1. As it's now Kaiser's longest outing on the year, 3 1/3 with that last out recorded as the 1-1 pitch foul back into the screen, 1-2. As it'll be interesting to see what the game plan is here throughout the rest of the game for Coach Austin Dunphy. As, of course, not expecting Stiglich to not throw any innings for you, so you bring Kaiser out of the pen. He hasn't thrown more than 3 this year. It'll be interesting to see what the rotation looks like the rest of the way. As the 1-2 pitch runs high and inside, backing up is Eddie Rivero, will even up the count at 2.
A little brush-off pitch from Jared Kaiser. Never want to see it high and inside, but still trying to control the strike zone.
2-2, breaking ball taken by Rivero on the outside corner for a strike. Now 6 strikeouts for Kaiser on the outing. And 2 away here in the bottom of the 4th.
Perfect pitch for Nick Kaiser. Missed high and inside and then drops down the breaking ball right in for a called strike.
Froze him at the plate as Kaiser. Now 6 of the 11 outs he's recorded have been via the strikeout. His first pitch now into the leadoff man, Jeffrey Pena, misses low for a ball, 1-0. As leading off first base. As the 1-0 pitch comes in for a strike. Leading off first base is Ben McCabe as he started the inning getting hit by a pitch. As 1-1 pitch, Roundtree takes off, swung on and fouled away by Jeffrey Pena. Down the right field foul line. 1-2 is the count now with 2 away in the inning. Steam holding on to a 3-0 lead. As coming set is Kaiser. The 1-2 pitch taken outside by Jeffrey Pena. To where Scott Combs is lined up. Tried to get him the chase. 2-2. The count now with 2 outs.
Nice looking pitch from Nick Kaiser. Tried to paint the outside corner, just missed by a hair.
Trying to find the zone here. 2-2 runs inside and high to Jeffrey Pena. Will work the full count. That runner will be in motion with 2 away in the inning. As the Steam already with 6 base hits in the ball game. Of course, scoring the 3 runs on 2 homers in the bottom of the first. One, a 2-run shot by Braden Runyon, and then followed up by a Pace Singer solo shot as the runner takes off. 3-2, breaking ball. Stays a little bit high as Kaiser thought he might have caught the zone there. But it'll be a walk for Jeffrey Pena. Now 2 runners on with 2 away in the inning.
Not only the first walk allowed by Nick Kaiser, so he's coming in, punching in strikes, just missed in that at-bat.
So now it will be Stringer up at the plate as Ethan Stringer, not a big sample size, but on the year with runners in scoring position in 6 ABs, batting .500 with 5 RBIs. First pitch into him, lined into shallow right center field. No drop for a base hit. Being sent in to score is McCabe. The throw will come to third, trying to get Pena out, but he's in under the tag of Daniel Cruz. A run comes in to score. It's 4-0. Runners at the corners now after the RBI single from Stringer, as that average with runners in scoring position will go up. And it's 4-0 Steam now in the bottom of the 4th.
Nice piece of hitting from Stringer. He was held off the base path, struck out twice, wasn't going to get cheated again. Lines it over the second baseman's head and gets it in for the RBI.
So now the part of the order you don't want to see with runners on base is Braden Runyon. As he swings and chops that pitch foul, it hits Scott Combs. Not sure where, obviously not a padded area, but he's down in the crouch behind home plate. As maybe on the knee is where that ball caught him.
See him, Scott Combs banged up all season long, just gets hit a lot behind the plate. Manager Austin Dunphy will take a look at him. But Combs has been tough. He's been solid behind there. Really done a tremendous job for the Copperheads behind the plate.
Looks like Combs might just need a second trying to shake it off. As the pitch was fouled back. Not sure exactly where it caught him, as he's not really favoring a certain area right now. But it looks like he has a smile on his face as he gets up, and now a fake punch to his teammate in the spring, Zach Iverson. So he's back on his feet. Gets a few applause here from the crowd on hand. Looks like he will remain in the ball game, as you mentioned, Connor. Tough kid back there behind the plate. Used to taking a lot of foul balls off all different kinds of areas. I believe all catchers get used to that.
Yep, they all wear protection for a reason.
But now runners on the corners. An 0-1 count to Braden Runyon, who already homered once in the ball game. Here comes the 0-1 pitch from Kaiser. Misses low for a ball, 1-1. As Runyon, with runners in scoring position on the season, batting at .222 and 18 at-bats. And 8 RBIs, 1-1 pitch, breaking ball. Catches at the knees of Braden Runyon. They'll be down to the count now, 1-2. As the home run he hit was his 4th on the season. And RBIs 15 and 16 for him. As here comes a 1-2 pitch from Kaiser. Swung on and a nubber off the end of the bat by Runyon goes foul towards the first base batter circle. And I'll see another 1-2 pitch.
Well, Kaiser shouldn't miss anywhere close to the strike zone against Runyon. Runyon already took him deep out into right field. Just kind of nitpick the zone. You have a base open if needed.
Ethan Stringer on first. Jeffrey Pena on third as he lines that one back and foul. And if it weren't for a net, we might have had a souvenir on that one.
Would have been nice.
Haven't had a ball come into a press box yet this year.
No, not a press box at home.
Nope.
Not away.
Be pretty tough at home at Bob Red for
It
a
would
ball
be.
to fly into be a perfect angle. 1-2 pitch. Runner on first goes, swung on and foul back into Scott Combs. As Stringer was on the move at first, he'll have to trot back to first base now. Count remains 1-2 to Braden Runyon.
Yeah, it would be especially hard here. The netting extends beyond the top of the press box.
Yeah.
So, a lot of protection here.
I'm sure someone can figure out the probability of that. But I know it'd be pretty low.
Well, we should probably talk to Jeff or Scott, the analytics crew.
I'm not sure they do those kind of calculations.
I think they'd be the closest on the whole Copperhead staff.
1-2 into Runyon. Thought about swinging, but the pitch misses up high. He's able to keep the hands back. Evens up the count at 2 now. With 2 away in the inning, Steam already won home this inning, 4-0 lead. As 2 more runners on first and third. The 2-2 pitch, runner goes grounded towards Daniel Cruz at third. He dives, it bounces over his glove. Another run will come in to score. Jeffrey Pena stopping at second is Stringer, an RBI single for Braden Runyon. 3rd RBI on the ball game for him. 5-0 now, Cincinnati Steam.
Again, it was a tough situation for Nick Kaiser to come into this game. Wasn't expecting to start at all. Cameron Stiglich was slated, but Stiglich went down. Kaiser was coming in doing a job for 3 innings. He's really done the job pretty well, going the longest outing of the season, but just struggling here in the bottom of the 4th.
Now it's Eddie Persinger as he has a homer and a strikeout. 1 for 2, 1 RBI as first pitch into him, breaking ball, catches the outside corner, 0-1. As Persinger leading the league in homers with 7. Now has 23 RBIs. Chance for a couple more. The 0-1 pitch. Big swing by Persinger, but just a tad out in front. Now Kaiser up in the count 0-2 with 2 outs in the inning, 2 runners on, 2 already in the inning. 5-0 Steam lead. As Persinger with runners in scoring position on the year, .429 average, 4 homers, 19 RBIs. The 0-2 pitch, check swing in the dirt for a ball, gets away from Scott Combs. Runners move up to second and third now. So a base hit could perhaps play 2 for Eddie Persinger. Wild pitch from Nick Kaiser. 1-2 is the count now. As coming set is Kaiser, looking to limit the damage in the inning. 1-2 into Persinger, misses high and outside for a ball. Runs the count even at 2. So now Kaiser trying to get out of the inning. 2-2 breaking ball. Rung up. Eddie Persinger, strike 3 called. As Persinger frozen by the breaking ball. 7th strikeout for Kaiser. He's through 4 innings now, but a couple more runs added the Steam lead. They now lead at 5-0. Copperheads going to have to wake up the bats a little bit when we return in the top half of the 5th on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health.
Classic brands Budweiser and Yingling are all proud supporters of Copperheads Baseball. Please drink responsibly and always use a designated driver. Responsibility matters.
Donato's is the exclusive pizza provider of the Southern Ohio Copperheads. With toppings loaded from edge to edge, Donato's Pizza will be sure to satisfy your hunger. Located at 688 East State Street in Athens, make Donato your pizza of choice today. Order by calling 740-529-5049 or order online at donatos.com.
Southern Ohio Copperheads would like to show our support for Echoing Hills. Echoing Hills provides individuals a place to call home in a comfortable and safe environment where they can achieve their dreams surrounded by supportive friends and staff. For more information, contact them at 740-594-3541.
Fall Green Mortine, one of the nation's leading integrated marketing and communication firms, prides itself on hiring the best and brightest graduates from across the country each year. In fact, the company is home to many Ohio University alumni. For more details on internships and employment opportunities, visit www.fallgreenmortine.com.
You'll be living the life if you stay at the Holiday Inn Express with a free complimentary breakfast, high-definition televisions in all the rooms, and free Wi-Fi. In addition to being the only non-smoking hotel in Athens.
This is Austin Dunphy, the manager with the Southern Ohio Copperheads, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Back at Max McCleary Field here in Cincinnati, Ohio, as Copperheads trailing at 5-0, as they are currently 2 games behind the Cincinnati Steam in the standings as they sit in the 3rd place spot in the GLSCL at 14-12. Steam in 1st place at 16-10. As they're up 5-0. Ty Krittenberger leading off this inning. First pitch in from Nolker. Nolker, is a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. As the 0-1 pitch now into Krittenberger. Runs in and hits him. Second hit batter by Nolker on the outing. As it runs up, catches Krittenberger up on the shoulder. He appears to be okay. Trots down to first. Leadoff man on for the Copperheads is something they need as they try to battle back, trailing by 5 here in the top of the 5th.
4th time that Ty Krittenberger has been hit by a pitch this season, and those numbers just keep on creeping up. If you count hit by pitches, the only one who really hasn't been hit yet is Tanner Johnson. He's new here, hasn't been welcomed into the Copperheads staff yet.
So now it's Jared Hurd, the lefty, trying to string some base runners together. Now he lines one up the middle. It gets through for a base hit past a sliding shortstop. Stopping at second base is Ty Krittenberger as Nolker. Hard hit ball right back at him. Kind of tried to stick the glove up and defend himself, but it gets by him into center field, and the first 2 men on for the Copperheads here in the top of the 5th. First and second, nobody out. Daniel Cruz, a 9-hitter, now steps up to the plate.
Nice piece of hitting from Jared Hurd. He's really been heating up as of late. Seems like he's been stringing together nice at-bat after nice at-bat. The hits have been falling for him.
Cruz, 0 for 1 on the day, popped up to second base in his first at-bat. As Nolker's first pitch into him paints the outside part of the plate for his strike. 0-1 now to Daniel Cruz. As Cruz with runners in scoring position this year, 310 and 29 at-bats, has a homer and 15 RBIs. So 15 of his 16 RBIs in the year come with runners in scoring position. As now the 0-1 pitch comes right down the heart of the plate to Cruz for a strike. He's down in the count now, 0-2. As Nolker has been pretty much in command. This is the most traffic we've seen on the base paths for the Copperheads so far in the ballgame. As it's Krittenberger off second, Jared Hurd leads off first. The 0-2 into Daniel Cruz, swung on a foul back into the mask of McCabe. And the count will remain 0-2 to Daniel Cruz. The Copperheads haven't scored a run yet, only 3 hits and an error. Steam have 5 runs on 8 hits and no errors. As Nolker came in with one of the best ERAs in the league at .70 as an all-star game selection for the Steam this year. As he tries to put away Daniel Cruz. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. It's flied out into shallow center field. Coming in the center field. He can't make the catch. He falls in. Ty Krinberger being held up at third base. So Daniel Cruz gets a base hit, keeping the line going as the first 3 men for the Copperheads reach base. Bases loaded now, and the lineup turns over to Zach Iverson with nobody out.
Well, this is how you come in and try and make a statement. Noelker has only allowed 2 runs the entire season. He's got the bases loaded with nobody out in the top of the 5th. Copperheads have to punch through here in today's game.
And Noelker on the year has not had an at-bat against a batter with the bases loaded. This will be the first time dealing with a situation like this as Zach Iverson on the year. Bases loaded is 600, 3 for 5, 5 RBIs. So we'll look to keep that success up on the day. He's 0 for 2. He flied out and struck out in his first 2 plate appearances. As here comes the first pitch into him. It will catch the outside corner for a strike. 0-1 now to Iverson. As it was Krinberger getting plunked to lead off the inning. Then back-to-back singles by Jared Hurd and Daniel Cruz to load the bases up. Copperheads trying to put a dent into this 5-0 lead. As Noelker a long pause. And now the 0-1 pitch. This one will run outside for a ball. Evens up the count at 1 to Zach Iverson, playing second base in the ball game tonight after DHing throughout the series with the Xenia Scouts, where the Copperheads took 2 of 3. As Noelker looks in, 1-1 pitch swung on and fouled off the front foot of Zach Iverson. He'll be down in the count now 1-2 and take a walk around the batter's circle, trying to shake off the foul ball.
Well, the one thing that Noelker does very well is he changes up his delivery type. He'll hold up his leg. He'll slow down his motion. He'll wait a little bit longer. He does anything possible to try to mess up the timing of the batter.
So a 1-2 count now to Iverson. Noelker looking for the strikeout. 1-2 chopped out towards second base. Going to be a tough play. No one's covering first. Zach Iverson will beat it out for an infield single, and a run comes in to score. 5-1 score now as Iverson hits a slow roller out towards second as the second baseman and first baseman kind of confused who to get the ball covered first, and Iverson was able to hustle down the line for the infield single and RBI. 5-1 score now as for Iverson on the season. That's RBI number 11. And now the tying run comes to the plate in Reese Trey. 5-1 score. Still nobody out in the top of the 5th.
That is exactly what the Copperheads need to do here. Iverson stepping up, doing a big job. He didn't hit the ball hard. He just put it in play. When you put it in play, you make things happen. You score the run, just the 3rd run allowed by Noelker on the season. And now he's in some trouble with the bases loaded and still nobody out.
So now a quick mound visit. Try to calm down Noelker. As I mentioned moments ago, unfamiliar territory. Before that last at-bat with Iverson, hadn't faced a situation with the bases loaded yet this season. But now Reese Trahey steps in, the lefty. Trahey on the day, 1 for 2, singled back in the first inning, then grounded out to second in his last at-bat. Trying to add some RBIs and continue to cut into this lead. As the first pitch from Noelker into him will be a called strike on the outside corner. 0-1. Still nobody out here in the inning. A hit by pitch and 3 straight singles for the Copperheads. Scored a run. Bases remain loaded. 5-1 score. As Trey came into the ball game batting .246. The Spartan has 7 RBIs on the year. He swings and pops that one up down the third baseline. Ranging over is the shortstop. He will make the catch, a step and foul ground. At first it looked like Braden Runyon had it lined up, but Shortstop calls him off, makes the play. 1 out now in the inning. Bases still loaded.
Well, it's a big out for Nolker. Finally gets an out here in the top of the 5th. But Copperheads got to keep the pedal to the metal, keep on scoring.
Well, perhaps the guy you want to have up in this situation. Team leader in RBI, Sebastian Fabic, steps up to the plate. As Fabic on the day 0 for 2. As he popped up to the third baseman, then lined out to short his last time up. First pitch into him, it's an outside for a ball, 1-0. As Fabic, actually a member of the Cincinnati team last summer, but he stayed at his college for the summer this year to play for Southern Ohio in Athens. As Fabic on the season, 26 RBIs, trying to add to that total. The 1-0 pitch into him will catch the outside corner for a strike, even up the count at 1.
Fabic is the only Copperhead on the year that has a grand slam.
And boy, wouldn't it be big to have one right now. He has a couple of homers on the year coming both against the Gallion Graders. One in each of the 2 games they played against them last week. But the 1-1 pitch comes in from Nolker. It'll be taken outside for a ball. 2-1 now to Fabic. As the bases are loaded with 1 away in the inning, 5-1 score. Copperheads already have a run in the inning. As on the year, Fabic 286 and 7 at-bats, a homer, 5 RBIs with the bases loaded. With runners in scoring position, batting at .421. With 38 at-bats, 2 homers, 23 RBIs. He takes a big rip at the breaking ball, comes up empty, 2-2 count now to Fabic. So a front door slider there from Nolker gets Fabic out in front. Now have to shorten up the swing here with 2 strikes.
Well, Fabic saw that pitch coming in, thought it was going to break down a little bit lower, just stayed high and swung right through it.
2-2 count now to Fabic. 1 away in the inning. Bases loaded. 5-1 Steam lead the Copperheads. As time now caught at the plate as Nolker took a while to bring that pitch home. Took a couple of looks to Jared Hurd at third. So Fabic now back in the box after calling time, ready to go on the 2-2 pitch. Nolker comes set. Long pause. Now he delivers the 2-2 to Fabic. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Throw down to first. Not in time. Tried to catch Zach Iverson for a strike him out, throw him out, double play at first base. But Fabic, a big strikeout there. 2 away now in the inning. Now Zion Avery will have to come through with 2 outs.
Well, Zion was hit by a pitch today. He's been swinging the bat well. Later half of the season. Beginning half, moving his head a little bit too much. Michael Blatchford, assistant coach, worked with him a lot. Raised his batting average to 286 coming into today.
Well, Nolker trying to get out of this inning, limiting the damage. As pitch into Zion Avery misses low for a ball, 1-0. Avery on the day is 0 for 1. Had a hit by pitch in his first at-bat, then grounded out to third on a nice play from Braden Runyon his last time up. Here comes a 1-0 pitch into Zion Avery. Breaking ball taken on the outside corner for a strike. 1-1 now to Avery. As coming into the ball game, Zion Avery batting at .286 on the year. The couple of homers, 10 RBIs. As a 1-1 pitch and Avery runs inside and high. He backs out of the way of it. 2-1 count to Zion Avery. As Copperheads had bases loaded and nobody out, they scored 1 run on an infield single from Zach Iverson, but then a pop-up and foul ground and a strikeout. 2 away here in the top of the 5th. Bases still loaded. The 2-1 home to Zion Avery, way out in front of the off-speed pitch. He was trying to tie it up with that swing, but he comes up empty. 2-2's the count now.
Well, both Fabic and Avery Both tried to have that home run swing. Both came up empty. Just need a base hit here or a walk. Continue the train moving.
Scott Combs is on deck should the inning continue. But Nolker takes a pause. Here comes a 2-2 pitch into Avery. Runs high for a ball. Full count now. With 2 away, runners will be in motion. The bases are still loaded. 5-1 score. The Copperheads don't want to squander a chance at a big inning here, as Nolker doesn't give up many of them. Coming in with a .7 ERA, only a couple of runs given up on the season. Runners in motion. 3-2 pitch into Avery. Swung on and popped foul out of play down the third base line. And Avery will buy himself another pitch in the AB.
.84 pitches now for Nolker. Pitch count is running way high here in the top of the fifth.
The count remains full to Zion Avery. On third, Jared Hurd. Second, Daniel Cruz. First, Zach Iverson, as they'll be in motion on the pitch once again. As the 7th pitch of the at-bat into Zion Avery. Swung on and hit down the first base foul line, carrying towards the wall, but Eddie Persinger will make the catch in foul ground, and the side is retired in the top of the 5th. Copperheads loaded the base with nobody out, but only able to score a run, as it's 5-1 heading into the bottom of the 5th inning. You're listening to Copperheads Baseball on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health. Fans, Jackie O's Pub and Brewery is the official pregame and postgame hangout for the Copperheads. Be sure to meet us there before and after every game. From your pint to your plate, Jackie O's proudly presents over 40 beers on draft, produced right here in Athens. Newly remodeled public house and kitchen menu, uptown in-house bakery, 22-acre farm and taproom facility lunch specials, and locally sourced dinners, 7 days a week. 100-plus person outdoor patio, uptown. Learn more at JackieO's.com, Instagram, or Facebook today. After the game, be sure to stop by Jackie O's Uptown or the Tap Room on Campbell Street. Just because the game ended doesn't mean your night has to. Jackie O's, the official pregame and postgame sponsor of your Copperheads.
Don't forget to stop by Kona Ice behind the on the third base side, locally owned and operated by Rich Hayes of Athens. They offer tropical shaved ice in an assortment of flavors, and be sure to ask about their fundraising opportunities.
Rocky Brand is so much more than you think. Rocky Brand is a global leader in the footwear and apparel market with over 1,500 distributors of Rocky, Georgia Boot, and Durango brands nationwide. Rocky Brand designs, develops, and markets hard-working boots, outdoor footwear, and apparel designed for every pursuit and fashionable women. Footwear that invites you to live a little on the edge. And they do it all right here in Southeast Ohio. To see the whole Rocky Brand story, go to Rocky Brand.
This is Austin Dunphy, the manager with the Southern Ohio Copperheads, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Bottom of the 5th. Copperheads scratch across a run in the top half of the inning, but a little disappointed. Wanted to score a couple more runs. They had the bases loaded, nobody out. Only able to score a run. Nick Kaiser still on the mound here for his 5th inning of work, as he's allowed 5 runs so far. First pitch is a strike on the outside part of the plate. 0-1's the count now. As it's Jake Silverstein up at the plate. He's 1 for 2 on the day as he swings and pops that one up into the infield. Second baseman Zach Iverson ranges to his right a couple steps, makes the catch. 1 away now in the inning.
Now batting for your Cincinnati team, the shortstop, number 30.
As leadoff man is retired. As Kaiser already making his longest outing on the year. It was 3 coming into the day, but now has gone 4 1/3 here today, as he has struck out 7 batters so far on the day. As first pitch into Wardwell. He squared the bunt, pulls it back for a ball, 1-0. Wardwell on the day. He doubled back in the first inning, then popped up to the catcher. He's 1 for 2 as that pitch misses high for a ball. 2-0 now to him. as he came in batting .288 on the season with 6 RBIs. 2-0 pitch, misses low for a ball. Kaiser down in the count now 3-0. Trying to avoid giving up the walk as Kaiser has thrown 76 pitches now. As a 3-0 pitch swung on, green light popped up into center field. Ty Krittenberger has a beat on it, takes a few steps in, will make the catch one-handed. So Wardwell gets the 3-0 green light, but just pops it up into center field. 2 outs now in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Well, finally an opportunity now for Nick Kaiser to work a 1-2-3 inning. Hasn't done so yet in today's game. He's got 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th.
So now it's the catcher, Ben McCabe, up at the plate. McCabe on the day is 0 for 1. Was hit by a pitch and came around to score his last time up. His first pitch into him, misses for a ball, 1-0. As Connor just mentioned, Kaiser a chance to work his first 1-2-3 inning. The 1-0 pitch, his breaking ball stays inside. 2-0 count now to McCabe. These guys are trying to get through 5 innings for the Copperheads here. 2-0 pitch, big swing by McCabe. But out in front of it, 2-1 is the count now. This Kaiser not the slated starter for the ballgame. It was Cameron Stiglich. But through a warm-up pitch, something didn't feel right in his arm, didn't want to risk it. So he came out. Kaiser came in as now that 2-1 pitch is flied out into fairly deep left field. But Jared Hurd backs up a few steps and makes the catch. So Kaiser will get his first 1-2-3 inning in the outing as he completes. Copperheads got some work to do, down 5-1, heading into the top of the 6th. You're listening to Copperheads Baseball on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health. Rocky Brand is so much more than you think. Rocky Brand is a global leader in the footwear and apparel market with over 1,500 distributors of Rocky, Georgia Boot, and Durango brands nationwide. Rocky Brand designs, develops, and markets hard-working boots, outdoor footwear, and apparel designed for every pursuit and fashionable women, footwear that invites you to live a little on the edge. And they do it all right here in Southeast Ohio. To see the whole Rocky Brand story, go to rockybrands.com.
State Farm and Agent Shauna Stump are proud supporters of Copperhead Baseball. Visit our West Union Street office or call 593-6882 today to discuss all your insurance and financial services needs. She's celebrating 14 years of service in the Athens community. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Snyder, Fuller & Stroh is one of the premier financial and insurance firms in the region. If you have questions regarding your financial, insurance, or employee benefit package, please call Mark Snyder, Jim Fuller, or Dan Stroh at 740-594-8385 or visit them online at www.snyderfullerstroh.com. That is SNIDERFULLERSTROH.com.
The Cat's Eye Saloon at 12 North Court Street features a great selection of craft beers on tap and in the bottle 365 days a year. The Cat's Eye Saloon is a proud supporter of the Southern Ohio Copperheads and all Ohio University athletics. The Cat's Eye Saloon, your home away from home, open 7 days a week.
The Copperheads would like to thank Wendy's for their support of the team and players. If you're hungry, stop into Wendy's located off Richland Avenue and East State Street. Check the back of your ticket stub for a free small Frosty with any purchase.
Stephanie Wood with Ohio Realty. She will help you find your next safe home.
I'm Sebastian Fabic from Cincinnati, Ohio, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
The outing ends for Andrew Nolker as he goes 5 innings, giving up a run. For the Steam in this one, Grant Richardson is the new man on the mound, making his first appearance as a pitcher on the year. As the first pitch in to Scott Combs, misses low for a ball, 1-0 as the official line for Nolker. 5 innings, 5 hits, 1 run that was earned, a walk, and 2 strikeouts. As 1-0 pitch in to Scott Combs, misses low again for a ball. Combs now up in the count, 2-0. As Richardson on the year hitting is .313 for the Steam. As 2-0 pitch swung on and hit foul and out of play. 2-1 now to Scott Combs.
And I believe listening in earlier on in the press box, they said Richardson, the last time he pitched was a senior in high school.
Well, he's out of the University of Dayton and usually plays outfield for the Steam, as we saw him in the first series with the Copperheads. It's 2-1 pitch, misses outside for a ball, 3-1 now. But I guess wanting to see what Richardson can do on the mound for the Steam potentially. And it's 3-1 pitch into Scott Combs is taken at the letters for a strike. Runs the count full as Combs thought he had ball 4, just got ready to throw the bat. But back in the box now, we'll see a full count pitch from the lefty Grant Richardson. Here it comes, swung on and fouled down. The first base dugout, hits off the bar in front of it and rolls back towards the field. Not sure if that hit somebody down in the dugout, as Scott Combs is taking a look down there.
Yeah, that would be the only reason why there'd be a little delay. It does appear that it might have hit someone. Scott Combs kind of staring in a little gingerly.
And now a little apology from Scott Combs as he's back in the box. Count remains full. Here comes the 7th pitch of the AB. Into Combs to lead off the inning. Swung on a miss, strike 3. So the first batter Richardson faces in the GOSCL. He strikes him out. Combs is retired. 1 away now in the top of the 6th.
I really wonder how much of the previous foul ball made a factor into that strikeout. Mind is off the at-bat for a little bit, thinking about the guy who just kind of hit in the dugout. But strikeout to strikeout.
Now lefty Phil Glasser, the shortstop, digs in. Pitch misses low and away for a ball, 1-0. Glasser on the day 0 for 2, reached on a fielder's choice and flew out to center field in his 2 at-bats as the 1-0 pitch into him. Misses inside for a ball, 2-0 now to Glasser. At the top of the 6th here at Max McCleary Field, 5-1 Steam lead. A 2-0 pitch into Phil Glasser, catches the outside corner for a strike. Phil thought it was a bit outside, but the strike is given. 2-1. As Richardson winds up, 2-1 pitch, catches outside again for a strike. 2-2 now. After falling behind 2-0, Richardson battles back to even up the count to Glasser. As Richardson kicks and deals a 2-2. Breaking ball, pop foul down the third baseline. Brandon Runyon trying to make the catch, but he runs out of room. It sails over into the Copperheads bullpen down the third baseline. Glasser stays alive, 2-2.
Glasser again working another big at-bat in today's game. Part of the reason why Nolker had his pitch count so high, he threw so many pitches to Phil Glasser.
So count remains at 2-2 to Glasser. Trying to string together some hits and put a dent into this 4-run deficit. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. So back-to-back strikeouts for Grant Richardson out of the bullpen. And 2 away now in the top of the 6th. As now will be Ty Krinberger, as Krinberger in his last at-bat, hit by a pitch, came around to score the only run for the Copperheads so far. Picked up an infield single in his first at-bat. 1 for 1 on the day is Krinberger. As first pitch into him, catches at the knees for a strike, 0-1. So Richardson trying to strike out the side in his first inning. Pitching for the Steam as the 0-1 pitch comes inside. Catches the corner for a strike. 0-2 now. Krittenberger quickly down in the count. So now Richardson with a long look in, looking to strike out the side. 0-2 pitch swung on and popped up foul over the press box and way out of play. Krittenberger buys himself another pitch. 0-2 remains the count. As Richardson gets the sign from the catcher, McCabe. 0-2 lined out into deep left field. Left fielder came in at first, and it gets off the wall. Down by the Max McCleary field sign. Pulling into second base is Ty Krittenberger. As the ball gets away from the Shortstop Rivero a little bit, but Krinberger stays at second base, but he drives it all the way out to the left center field wall. 2 for 2 with a single and a double. Ty Krittenberger puts himself in scoring position with 2 outs.
Well, Krittenberger had his timing down perfectly. Missed a home run just by a couple feet. But 88 mile per hour off the gun for Richardson. That's his top speed for his fastball. So he just keeps on pounding in strikes, and Ty Krittenberger did something with one of them.
Krittenberger in the first series hit .333 first steam and has had some success again here in this ball game, reaching base all 3 times, 2 of them with base hits. As for Krittenberger on the year, that's his 3rd double. Now Jared Hurd, who had a single up the middle his last time up, will get a RBI opportunity here with 2 away in the inning. Copperheads still trail at 5-1. As the first hit given up or allowed by Grant Richardson on his season. First pitch misses low and away, gets away from the catcher McKay, but Krittenberger stays put at second, didn't roll far enough away. 1-0 is the count now to Jared Hurd.
Yeah, not only did it not roll far enough away, it rolled up the third base line. Would have made it even more difficult for Krittenberger to try to take third.
As Hurd on the season with runners in scoring position, batting at .313 with 11 RBIs. As Krittenberger takes off on the pitch, 1-0 pitch misses outside. Stole that one off the pitcher, got a great jump in Krittenberger. He gets the stolen base. Now he's just 90 feet away from scoring with 2 away. A base hit will for sure bring him in. As for Krittenberger, 9 stolen bases on the year now as 2-0 pitch from Hurd, swung on and fouled. Actually, did not get fouled. Just got away from the catcher McCabe. Ty Krittenberger, I think he might have thought it was a foul ball as he turned back and headed towards third. Would have been a tough ball to score on anyway. 2-1 is the count now to Hurd.
Yeah, McCabe did a nice job finding the ball, locating it, running back, and getting it.
So Hurd, if he can just lift one that falls into the outfield grass, will earn himself an RBI. 2-1 pitch misses low now to Hurd, and 3-1 is the count. In the driver's seat is Jared Hurd, trying to plate this run on third base and cut into the deficit. It's the 5-1 Cincinnati Steam lead as they jumped out to a 3-0 lead early in the bottom of the first. But the 3-1 pitch from Grant Richardson, big swing by Jared Hurd, but unable to connect with the fastball. Count runs full. So Richardson trying to get out of this inning unscathed. Winds up, 3-2 pitch into Jared Hurd. Grounded in between first and second into right field for a base hit. Trotting home is Ty Krittenberger. RBI single for Jared Hurd. RBI number 12 for him on the year. 5-2 is the score now.
Nice piece of hitting from Jared Hurd. Didn't do too much with it. Just poked it right through the hole on the right side and in for the base hit.
So the bottom of the order is now coming through for the Copperheads as a double by Krittenberger. He then steals third. Hurd with the base hit in the right field. 5-2 is the score now, as Grant Richardson now allows a run in his first inning pitched on the season. Now Daniel Cruz, the 9-hitter, digs in. Pitch into him, misses low for a ball. 1-0. Cruz 1 for 2 on the day, singled in his last at-bat, also popped up to second base. As now Richardson with a check to the runner, 1-0 pitch grounded out towards second base, fielded cleanly by Rivero, flip onto the shortstop covering second. And they will get the force out, but the Copperheads continue to chip away. They've now scored a run in back-to-back innings to make the score 5-2 heading into the bottom of the 6th inning. Copperheads trail it by 3 in this game 1 of a 3-game set with the Cincinnati Steam. You're listening on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health. Snyder, Fuller & Stroh is one of the premier financial and insurance firms in the region. If you have questions regarding your financial, insurance, or employee benefit package, please call Mark Snyder, Jim Fuller, or Dan Stroh at 740-594-8385 or visit them online at www.snyderfullerstroh.com. That is SNIDERFULLERSTROH.com.
The Cat's Eye Saloon at 12 North Court Street features a great selection of craft beers on tap and in the bottle 365 days a year. The Cat's Eye Saloon is a proud supporter of the Southern Ohio Copperheads and all Ohio University athletics. The Cat's Eye Saloon, your home away from home, open 7 days a week.
The Copperheads would like to thank Wendy's for their support of the team and players. If you're hungry, stop into Wendy's located off Richland Avenue and East State Street. Check the back of your ticket stub for a free small Frosty with any purchase.
Stephanie Wood with Ohio.
I'm Sebastian Fabic from Cincinnati, Ohio, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Well, Nick Kaiser staying on the mound for a sixth inning of work. As coming into the day, his longest outing was only 3. But had to step up in tonight's ball game and take the ball for the start after Cam Stiglich couldn't go. That's the 5-2 lead for the Steam over the Copperheads. As first pitch in is a breaking ball, catches for a strike. 0-1 is the count now. As Kaiser, one pitch catches at the knees for a strike. 0-2, as of course Kaiser couldn't have known that he would have entered in the first inning coming into the ball game, except for a desperate situation.
Well, I found it interesting. Kaiser was kind of already up and ready. Austin Dunphy looked to the bullpen and signaled somebody out there. I wonder if Kaiser was trying to prepare or not. Maybe he was just thrown on the side, or he could have just been cold entirely.
Well, 1-2 is a count now. Swung on and fouled back into the screen. Count will remain 1-2. Perhaps maybe they knew Stiglich might be on a short leash coming off an injury, so he told him, hey, you might have to be ready early in this one. But still, probably shouldn't have expected he'd be the starting pitcher in the ball game. As 1-2 pitch into Roundtree is a breaking ball, misses low and inside. Taken by Roundtree, 2-2. As Roundtree is 1 for 2 on the day. Had a single back in the second inning. Also flew out to right field. 2-2 pitch from Kaiser. Breaking ball, misses. Actually rings up a late call from the home plate umpire. It's a strikeout for Nick Kaiser. 1 away now in the bottom of the 6th.
Make it 8 now. Nick Kaiser putting on a pitching performance, almost like Zach Iverson. When Iverson came in for Stiglich, struck out a lot of batters, went deep into the game. Here comes Nick Kaiser.
Well, Kaiser got roughed up a little bit early, but has settled down while going throughout this outing as the first pitch into Eddie Rivera misses inside for a ball, 1-0. As a 1-0 pitch is a breaking ball taken at the shoes. 2-0 now to Eddie Rivera, who's 0 for 2 on the day. As here comes a pitch, swung on a foul back into the screen. Aggressive swing from Rivero on the 2-0 pitch, but just fouls it back. 2-1 now.
And with the pitching situation for the Copperheads, I wonder if Sebastian Fabic will get the call. Looking at his stats from last year in the GLSEO, pitched a couple innings for the Cincinnati Steam.
2-1 lined out into right field. Reese Tree has it lined up. He'll reach up and make the catch. So strong contact by Rivero right at Trahey in right field, though. 2 up, 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th. As Kaiser trying to get through 6 innings of work. As I think you got to be pleased if you're Austin Dunphy. Obviously, you might lose Kaiser for a few ball games now, but I don't think you could have imagined he'd give you 6 innings while only going 3 for his longest outing this season so far.
Well, the biggest problem is who pitches Sunday now. Could it be Braxton Kelly?
As the first pitch misses outside for a ball, 1-0 now. Into a new batter for the Steam. As the 1-0 pitch misses outside for a ball. 2-0 is the count now. As the batter,
Jonathan Bruce.
is Jonathan Bruce. As the 2-1 or the 2-0 pitch is fouled off. 2-1. As I'm not seeing. Oh, there he is, listed under pitchers this season, but he subbed in to play right field, I believe, in the top half of last inning when Grant Richardson came in to pitch. The 2-1 pitch taken up high for a ball. 3-1 now into Bruce.
So the Cincinnati Steam have a batter pitching and a pitcher batting. Got that straight?
I got it now. 3-1 pitch into Bruce, misses up high for a ball. So the walk is issued by Nick Kaiser. No hurt, though. Just a runner on first now with 2 away. So he'll try to attack the next batter.
Cincinnati Steam, the center fielder, number 36, Ethan Stringer.
As now it'll be Ethan Stringer stepping up to the plate. As Stringer on the day is 1 for 3 with a pair of strikeouts. Had an RBI single his last time up to add on to the Steam's. At once was a 5-0 lead. 5-2 now here in the bottom of the 6th. As here comes the first pitch into Swinger. Swung on and fouled out of play over the first base dugout. 0-1. As Bruce now leads off first. Here comes the 0-1 pitch into Stringer. Runs inside. Almost got him. But he turns his back to it. Misses him. 1-1 is the count now.
And we're just talking about pitching. Sebastian Fabric didn't let up a run for the Cincinnati Steam last year.
1-1 pitch. Breaking ball runs inside. Taken by Stringer. 2-1's the count now.
Did not pitch for the Ohio Bobcats this past spring. But you wonder if Sebastian Fabric will raise his hand and volunteer. Maybe he could go Sunday, or at least in relief.
Perhaps could be one of the emergency pitchers. 2-1 pitch is swung on and flied out into center field. Ty Krittenberger backing up. Looks like he has it. He will make the catch in the alley in right center field. And the side is retired in the bottom of the 6th. Nick Kaiser through 6 innings now. As the Copperheads got 9 outs to work with, we got Connor Mills to take us home on the play-by-play when we return on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health.
Stephanie Wood with Ohio Realty. She will help you find your next safe home. Stephanie Wood bringing home the results and going the extra distance.
Snyder, Fuller, and Stroh has supported the Copperheads since 2002. We're proud of that affiliation and excited to sponsor Fireworks Night again this year on June 29th. As one of the premier financial and insurance firms in the region, Snyder, Fuller, and Stroh is focused on helping our clients secure their financial future. What's your plan? Give us a call at 594-8385.
Ambassador Laundry, your locally owned and operated laundry and dry cleaning business, is a proud sponsor of the Copperheads. Stop by 15 West Stimson for all your laundry and dry cleaning needs.
It's a grand slam when you shop locally. Look for the Athens Area of Commerce logo and be sure to support the business that support the Athens Sandlot, our very own Copperheads, and our community. Love Athens. Keep it local, because together we make a difference.
The fun is just beginning in Athens, Ohio. Outdoor concerts and festivals, rails and trails, a 30-mile meal, and the funky vibe of uptown Athens and Court Street, Ohio.
I'm Zach Iverson. I'm from Michigan State University. You're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Top of the 7th inning here in Cincinnati, Ohio, and Max McLeary Fields. Top of the order for the Southern Ohio Copperheads, Zach Iverson, Reese Trahey, and Sebastian Fabic. All due up here in the top of the 7th as first pitch fastball from Grant Richardson hits the outside corner for a call and strike, 0-1. Iverson in today's game, 1 for 3 today. Had a single in the 5th as he takes a fastball on the outside corner again. 2 strikes. That's it for the count, 0-2. Iverson flew out to left field and struck out in the 1st and then the 3rd as the 0-2 pitch from Grant Richardson swung on and missed, strike 3. That's the 3rd strikeout of the day for Grant Richardson, and he's hitting near 90. 89 mile per hour is where he tops out on the fastball. 3rd strikeout of the day for Grant Richardson. First out of the top of the 7th inning. And now Reese Trahey at the plate. Trahey today, 1 for 3 as well. Had a single but was caught stealing in the 1st. Grounded out to 2nd as he takes a off-speed pitch in for a called strike, 0-1. And then popped out to shortstop back in the 5th. So Grant Richardson has come in, gave up 1 run as a bouncing ball over towards the hole and threw into right field for a base hit. Reese Trahey, 2 for 4 in today's game. It's a 1-out single here in the top of the 7th inning. So Trahey on first, Sebastian Fabik at the plate. And for Fabik, second year in the GLSCL. His team last year was the Cincinnati Steam, so he played half of his home games here with the Steam last year, batted .286, had 44 hits, 154 at-bats, already has 40 hits on the season. As on the move is Reese Trahey. The throw down is high and away and out into center field. Trahey takes off. He's heading for third. The throw will not be in time. He's safe as the ball was kicked out of the glove of the third baseman, Runyon. Now there's a runner 90 feet away from scoring. It's a throwing error on McCabe. And now a runner on third for the Southern Ohio Copperheads here in the top of the 7th inning with 1 out.
The Copperheads are never shy to make some things happen. One on the base pass. If Trey got a good jump, would have been tough to throw him out anyway. Bad throw from McCabe out in the center field. Trey heads up, gets all the way up to third.
The 0-1 to Fabik is swung on and fouled straight back, and Fabik's down behind in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. But for Sebastian Fabik, he had 8 doubles all of last year on the GLSCO. He's got 13 now here in the probably around 2/3 of the season done. As the 0-2 pitch swung on, a line drive out into right center field. That'll fall down for a base hit. In comes Reese Trahey to score. Sebastian Fabik on first base with his first hit of the day. It's an RBI single, and the Copperheads claw even closer. It's now 5-3 in favor of the Cincinnati Steam.
We knew Fabik's probably a little upset as he wasn't able to even make contact with the bases loaded his last time up. Wasn't going to squander another opportunity. It's a team RBI leader for a reason. Drives that ball out in the right center field. And as you said, inching closer, now 5-3.
As the first pitch to Zion Avery hits the outside corner for a called strike. Avery thought that was a little bit low and outside, but it's called a strike. 0-1 the count. Fabik on first. For Fabik, his 27th RBI of the year. And going into the day, he was third in the GLSCL in RBIs with 26. As the fastball misses away, 1 ball and 1 strike. Tyler Tolve from the Lima Locos has the most in the league. He leads by 3 over Steffen from the Richmond Jazz. Steffen has 31. Fabik now at 27 as a check over to Fabik by the pitcher Richardson.
What we saw what Tolf can do, he had 9 RBIs against the Copperheads in that one Sunday game, so that will help you take the lead in the RBI totals for sure.
Absolutely. 1-1 the count. Zion Avery at the plate. The pitch to Avery is swung on and missed. It was a big hack by Avery. He's a little bit mad at it. And now he's behind in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Zion just got to keep his head down, pulled out a little bit on that ball. As we know we can hit the ball hard and a long way, but just got to keep that head down and stay back on the pitch. Now he's got to shorten up a little bit with 2 strikes.
Avery 0 for 2 today with a hit by pitch. As Richardson, the 1-2, breaking ball misses high and away. Evens up the count at 2 apiece.
Yep, Avery staying on that breaking ball. Saw that it was coming in high. Didn't chase it. Evens up the count at 2.
2-2 the count, 1 out. Top of the 7th. Steam 5, Cheds 3. Grant Richardson stares at Fabik at first. Now delivers to the plate. Swung on and fouled straight back to the net. And Zion Avery stays alive. Count remains tied at 2. Avery, both home runs of the season, came against the Michigan Monarchs. Had a big offensive output in front of a home crowd at Bob Wrenn Stadium. Two the count. And the pitch to Avery, swung on and missed. Strike 3. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Grant Richardson, his 4th strikeout of the day. And now there are 2 outs here on the top of the 7th with the Southern Ohio Copperheads trailing the Cincinnati Steam 5-3. With the strikeout, that brings up Scott Combs. Combs, as we mentioned before, named to the All-Star roster as a reserve. Check over to Fabik at first. He goes back standing. But for Scott Combs on today, 0 for 2 with a walk. Flew out to left field in the second, walked in the fourth, and struck out swinging. Was the first strikeout victim of Grant Richardson in today's game. In the top of the sixth as he shuffles his feet back in the batter's box, right-hand side, for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. A 1-0 the count to Scott Combs. Copperheads won the last series against the Xenia Scouts. 8-5 victory, 7-0 victory. As the fastball misses low and inside, 2 balls and no strikes. Then dropped the last game to the Xenia Scouts, 9-6. But took 2 out of 3. Beat the Locos, 1 game, tied it at 2. But for the Copperheads coming into today, 6 or 4 over the last 10 games, sitting in 4th of the GLSCL South Division, 14-12 record, in danger of coming within 1 game above 500 should they drop today's game. Still a lot of time left. 7 outs to play with. Fabic dances on first. The pitch goes to Scott Combs, high and inside. 3 straight balls, 3-0. As Scott Combs will try to work a walk or work a base hit here on the top of the 7th.
Well, that's all you need. Just need base runners right now, trailing, trying to keep that train rolling. Glasser on deck. Give him a chance to hit.
The 3-0 taking all the way. Scott Combs in for a called strike. 3-1 now.
Richardson hasn't looked bad here in these past couple innings, throwing a lot of pitches. So we got the word he's topping out around 89. Not bad for someone who's not even a pitcher. Hasn't thrown anything yet this year.
3-1 the count. Grant Richardson to Scott Combs, taking low and inside, ball 4. Runners on first and second base with 2 outs here on the top of the 7th. It's a Cincinnati Steam 5, the Southern Ohio Copperheads 3.
Yeah, just keep chipping away. It's what the Copperheads have been doing. Scratch across the run these past 3 innings to, make this a ball game. Looked like it might get away from him after that first inning. But Kaiser settled in. He's kept them at bay. Throughout these 6 innings, you're within 2 now. You got the leading run at the plate, so if Glasser can find a gap, he might tie this ball game up here.
Phil Glasser has yet to have a hit in today's game. 0 for 3 with a strikeout, a fielder's choice, and a fly out to center field. He checks his swing but went around, strike 1. Sebastian Fabic on second base. He had an RBI single to bring today's game a little bit closer. Copperheads trailing by 2 to the Cincinnati Steam. Zion Avery struck out, and then Scott Combs on first with the walk. Nobody holding Combs on at first. Tapping the glove is Wardwell at shortstop. As now the delivery to Phil Glasser, in for a called strike. Glasser now down to his final strike here in the top of the 7th.
Yep, lefty on lefty matchup here. A little tougher on Glasser as Richardson's been keeping the ball outside. Glasser's going to have to choke and poke here down in the count 0-2.
No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, top of the 7th. 2 runners on base for the Copperheads. The pitch to Phil Glasser, taken outside, ball 1. So 1 ball and 2 strikes now the count to Phil Glasser. Glasser have his average right now sitting at 256 with the 0 for 3 day today. Entering today, it was at 267. As now Grant Richardson checks back to second base. Looks back twice, and now throws to the plate. Fastball misses high. Evens up the count at 2-2.
Yeah, Glasser in there battling. As we know, he doesn't get cheated in too many at-bats. It's a good RBI situation here for him. 10 on the season. Just standing in there battling Richardson. As he's just mentioned, he's thrown a lot of pitches so far in these last 2 innings.
Count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 runners on base. 2 outs, top of the 7th. Richardson ready from the stretch. He deals. Fastball misses high, and now the counters run full, and the runners will be in motion.
Runners will be in motion. That means if Glasser can get a ball into the outfield, probably for sure score Fabic from second, and depending on how deep it goes, maybe even get Combs in all the way from first. See what Glasser can do here in this situation.
Fabic on second base. Got Combs on first. At the plate is Phil Glasser, as he is battling now with Grant Richardson. Richardson in his second inning of relief on the season as the 3-2 pitch is taken and dropped. Ball and called for a strike. Running down to first base is Phil Glasser. And the strikeout is completed. A late call again by the home plate umpire, Aaron Ratchlow. But it's called a strike. Phil Glasser strikes out with runners on first and second as we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Copperheads trail by 2. It's the Cincinnati Steam 5, the Southern Ohio Copperheads 3. We'll be right back on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health.
Rocky Brand is so much more than you think. Rocky Brand is a global leader in the footwear and apparel market with over 1,500 distributors of Rocky, Georgia Boot, and Durango brands nationwide. Rocky Brand designs, develops, and markets hard-working boots, outdoor footwear, and apparel designed for every pursuit and fashionable women, footwear that invites you to live a little on the edge. And they do it all right here in Southeast Ohio. To see the whole Rocky Brand story, go to rockybrands.com.
State Farm and Agent Shauna Stump are proud supporters of Copperhead Baseball. Visit our West Union Street office or call 593-6882 today to discuss all your insurance and financial services needs. She's celebrating 14 years of service in the Athens community. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Snyder Fuller & Stroh is one of the premier financial and insurance firms in the region. If you have questions regarding your financial, insurance, or employee benefit package, please call Mark Snyder, Jim Fuller, or Dan Stroh at 740-594-8385 or visit them online at www.snyderfullerstroh.com. That is SNIDERFULLERSTROH.com.
The Cat's Eye Saloon at 12 North Court Street features a great selection of craft beers on tap and in the bottle 365 days a year. The Cat's Eye Saloon is a proud supporter of the Southern Ohio Copperheads and all Ohio University athletics. The Cat's Eye Saloon, your home away from home, open 7 days a week.
The Copperheads would like to thank Wendy's for their support of the team and players. If you're hungry, stop into Wendy's located off Richland Avenue and East State Street. Check the back of your ticket stub for a free small Frosty with any purchase.
I'm Zach Iverson. I'm from Michigan State University. You're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Back here at Max McLeary Field for the bottom of the 7th inning. 7th inning stretch was sung, and baseball's ready to take place again, as there'll be Braden Runyon, Eddie Persinger, and Jake Silverstein all due up for the Cincinnati Steam as they have a 2-run lead over the Copperheads 5-3. For the first time today, it's a new man on the mound for the Southern Ohio Copperheads as Colin Sells comes in to replace Nick Kaiser, who started a surprise start today as the 0-1 is delivered. Breaking ball in for the zone. 0-2 now to Braden Runyon. Running today 2 for 3 with a 2-run home run and a RBI single. He's down to the count to Colin Sells. No balls and 2 strikes. Sells from the windup. The pitch to Scott Combs, line drive right back up the middle and in for a base hit. Sells very disappointed with himself as he knew that he hung that one. And now it's a single here in the bottom of the 7th inning.
And, of course, Runyon's going to be ready to swing there 0-2. And, really good hitter up there in the box. Just kind of hung a change up there, did Sells, and roped it right back where it came up the middle. As it just whizzed right by his head. Sells going to have to settle down now.
Well, the first pitch to Eddie Persinger is a fastball that misses outside. The last time that Colin Sells faced Eddie Persinger, well, it was on June 9th. And for Colin Sells on the 9th, it was as the fastball was fouled off towards the left side, 1 ball and 1 strike. It was actually on June 12th as the Cincinnati Steam won 9-8 over the Southern Ohio Copperheads. Sells only allowed 1 run, but it was a grand slam given up. It was a 3-run homer given up to Eddie Persinger. He blasted over the right center field wall against the Copperheads in a 7-run top of the 9th inning, where the Steam charged right back and won the game 9-8. So second time this season that Colin Sells will face Eddie Persinger, and he has a runner on first base with nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. 2-1 pitch is taken low all the way back to the fence. Scott Combs gets it right by the backstop, and moving from first to second is Braden Runyon. 3-1 the count now with nobody out.
That's really been what's bugged Sells this season, as he's one of the hardest throwers on the entire staff, maybe the hardest thrower in terms of velocity, but can get a little wild at times, and it can come back to bite him.
3-1, taken down the middle for a called strike. Brings the count full to 3 balls and 2 strikes.
And again, you can't throw around the middle of the plate to this guy. He's too dangerous. You got to try to paint a corner here. You also have first base open, so maybe not the end of the world if you walk him. Could possibly set up a double play, but you can't groove one down the middle of the plate.
The 3-2 pitch is swung on and fouled straight back in at the netting. Persinger stays alive. Persinger today, 1 for 3, the solo home run in the bottom of the first off of Nick Kaiser. Then back-to-back strikeouts against Kaiser, as Sells will look to do the same, as the 3-2 pitch is swung on and fouled off the leg of Eddie Persinger. Count remains full. Nick Kaiser today went 6 innings, allowed 8 hits, 5 runs, all were earned, gave up 2 walks, and struck out a whopping 8 batters. So Nick Kaiser coming in, didn't expect to start today's game, but he did, and he held the Copperheads within striking distance against the South leading team at 17-10, the Cincinnati Steam.
I was about to say, he kept them in the ball game. I mean, they fell behind early 5-0, but he kept battling, held the lead there, and the Copperheads started to scratch across some runs to make it a closer ball game, as very much in striking distance.
Payoff pitch from Colin Sells, swung on and missed, strike 3. Sells gave up the home run to Persinger. He gets his revenge here today in the bottom of the 7th. It's a 1 out in the bottom of the 7th with a runner on second base for the Steam.
A real nicely located fastball on the outside corner, right at the knees. Of course, Persinger has to swing at it with 2 strikes, but not much you can do with that pitch. Certainly can't send it over the wall like he did the last time you faced him. So good rebound there from Sells as he tries to strand that runner out there at second base.
Jake Silverstein now batting as he takes the first pitch low and inside for a ball, 1-0. For Jake Silverstein, struck out looking against Nick Kaiser. Had a base hit in the 3rd, and then flew out to second base in the 5th, as now the 1-0 is not going to count, as it's a balk called on Colin Sells. Never came set, so says the field umpire Clovis Lovelace.
Yeah, and that one hurts because now it's just take a fly ball to potentially get that run in as he moves up to third base on the balk. As you mentioned, I think Sells just didn't take a full pause.
With a runner on third base, infield has been drawn in for the Southern Ohio Copperheads. Fastball taken in for a called strike by Jake Silverstein brings the count even at 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch from Colin Sells, a curveball line down the line and just foul down in left field. 1-2, the count goes.
Well, that one had an RBI and extra bases written all over, but just out in front of the breaking ball. As now Sells got to be very careful where he spots this next pitch. Up in the count, 1-2. Don't want to give him anything too good to hit here, because of course he's just trying to lift the fly ball to the outfield, try to score a run in. So you got to try to keep it low, force him to hit it on the ground to the drawn-in infield.
Only 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th inning as Colin Sells' 1-2 pitch is taken outside. It's a short backstop. So Braden Runyon does not try and take home on Scott Combs. Also hit the concrete down below us in front of the grandstand, so it caromed right back into a nice spot for Scott Combs to take. Regardless, pitch was a ball, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Sells' pitch is swung on, line drive right back up the middle and in for a base hit. In comes Runyon to score, going to first with the RBI single is Jake Silverstein. His first RBI of the day, his second hit. And the lead goes back up for the Cincinnati Steam to 3. It's 6-3 in favor of the home team, the Cincinnati Steam.
Well, that's unfortunate there because the infield was drawn in. It wasn't that hard hit. He just kind of reached out at the breaking ball and got enough of it to get it past the mound up the middle where no one was playing. That's a tough one. But the run comes in to score 6-3 now.
1 out, bottom of the 7th, first pitch swing and fouling it off is Tyler Wardwell, off towards the left side and out of play. 0-1 the count to Wardwell, who was 1 for 3 in today's game. Had a double, went to third, did not score. Popped out in foul territory to the catcher Scott Combs, and then flew out to center field to Ty Krittenberger. 0-1 the count. Colin Sells deals, swing and a miss for a strike 2. Colin Sells ahead in the count, no balls and 2 strikes.
And he just gassed him with that fastball way behind it. Now way up 0-2. You got to keep it out of the hitting zone of the plate.
0-2 the count. Colin Sells from the stretch. Looks into his catcher Scott Combs. Shakes his head. Now deals. Fastball misses outside. Ball 1.
Not a bad spot to miss there. Just outside. Trying to paint the black there and freeze him at the plate. But not a bad miss. 1-2 now.
Sells is 1-2. Taken outside again. Count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And for Nick Kaiser, who had 8 strikeouts on today's game, fastball on the average around 84 miles per hour. Colin Sells can really bring it. The hardest average velocity thrower for the Copperheads at 92. As the 2-2 line drive right into right field and down for a base hit. Rounding second base and heading for third is Jake Silverstein. The throw is cut off by the shortstop Phil Glasser. It's runners at the corners with 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th inning.
Yeah, just got inside of that breaking ball with the hands. Stayed back just enough to rope it out into right field. As Trey, would have been a tough play to throw him out as that ball was in fairly deep right field on the ground. Sells had to try to roll a double play ball or something, try to get out of this inning, keep the deficit at 3. You don't want to fall too much further behind with only 2 more innings to go.
Ben McCabe at the plate, the catcher for the Steam. As the first pitch is swung on and missed for strike 1. On the day for McCabe, 0 for 2 with a hit by pitch. Struck out in the first, was one of the 8 strikeout victims by Nick Kaiser. Then flew out to left field. 0-1 the count. Sells deals, fastball misses low, backhanded by the catcher Scott Combs. And count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 the count, 1 out. Bottom 7, 1 run already in. 6-3 lead for the Cincinnati Steam as the fastball bounces in to Scott Combs. And now he's fallen behind on the batter, Ben McCabe. 2 balls and 1 strike. Middle infield back, ready to turn a double play. Outfield straight away. Colin Sells is 2-1, taken outside, ball 3. Now Sells has fallen behind on Ben McCabe, 3 balls and 1 strike. And 1 base is open. Well, Colin Sells trying to come in and amplify what Nick Kaiser was able to do, going 6 strong. As a 3-1 pitch is swung on a miss, a throw down to second base, gets away from the second baseman, Zach Iverson. Coming in to score from third is Jake Silverstein. Going all the way from first to third is Tyler Wardwell. And what a way for a run to come in. It will be unearned as it's an error on the catcher Scott Combs. Combs, normally strong arm, strong and accurate. This one just kind of tailed away from the second baseman to our right and into the outfield. But Silverstein comes in. Wardwell is at third base. Ben McCabe remains at the plate. Or Ben McCabe is now at first as a breaking ball misses for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes.
Well, it looks like he got sent back to first because the scoreboard's still 6-3, and there's still runners on the corners and now 2 away. So I'm not exactly sure what happened.
Because I thought that was pretty clear cut what we saw. I know my vision's not 20/20, but that was...
I don't know if there was some kind of interference in the box. Maybe McCabe stepped out in front of Combs or something when, because...
That could have been. So just forget whatever I just said. 2 outs.
I mean, I thought you were right for a second.
Ben McCabe was out. So we've got Cameron Roundtree now batting from the left side, from the right side. 2 balls and no strikes to the batter, Cameron Roundtree. We'll call it a strikeout for Colin Sells, his first of the day on Ben McCabe. Or his second of the day as he struck out Eddie Persinger. 2 balls and 1 strike with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Runners at the corners for the Cincinnati Steam. As now the 2-1 is swung on. A high fly ball deep out into right field. Back at the wall, and it caroms right off the fence, and it is in play. Coming in to score is 1 run. Going to second base on the double is Cameron Roundtree. It's a 2 RBI double for Roundtree. Now both runners come in to score. It's not only 1 run that scores, it's 2. They put up a 3 spot on Colin Sells here in the bottom of the 7th with 2 outs. It's now an 8-3 lead for the Cincinnati Steam.
Yeah, and that was the deep drive. It was like about halfway up that deep black wall out there in right field. As I thought they had a play at the runner at second, but Glasser unable to handle the relay throw, allowing that second run to come in, and the Steam have pushed this lead all the way back out to 5 again.
3 runs are in here in the bottom of the 7th inning, and a swing and a miss by the 9 batter Eddie Rivero. Rivero 0 for 3 today as Colin Sells is trying to get out of the bottom of the 7th. It was a 2-run lead for the Cincinnati Steam as now Sells comes in and hits Eddie Rivero. And now Rivero sprinting down to first base. And oh yeah, that's what the Cincinnati Steam does on a hit by pitch. The electrifying hit by pitch sprint to first by the Cincinnati Steam. As now runners are on first and second base with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th inning.
Yeah, it seemed to be their thing this season. Did it a few times when they came to Athens for that 3-game series.
Jonathan Bruce now at the plate. Bruce takes the first ball from Colin Sells in for a ball. Bruce walked his last time up. Now is in the 6th. 2 outs, bottom 7, 3 runs in. Steam 8, Cheds 3. As the 1-0 hits the inside corner for a called strike, 1 ball and 1 strike. And for Jonathan Bruce, he was the pitcher. Second at bat of his GLSEL career as he swings and flies one down the line out into left field. Jared Hurd ranging, trying to make the catch, and he's unable to do so, but the ball lands foul. And the count is at 1 ball and 2 strikes. It's a long foul ball off the bat of Jonathan Bruce.
Well, the fact that Hurd was even able to get close on that one is pretty impressive. He was shaded towards left center field with the lefty being up, so he covered a lot of ground, went to a slide, came up just short of making the play. Nice effort shown by Hurd. But as you mentioned, just a long foul ball in the end.
Count is out, 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Colin Sells trying to put the inning to rest. From the stretch, Sells looks back to second, now to the plate. He deals on the move. Is the runner, Cameron Roundtree, and he is safe at third. It's a double steal for the Cincinnati Steam. Roundtree goes to third. Eddie Rivero takes second base. And now there are 2 runners in scoring position on Colin Sells here in the bottom of the 7th inning with Jonathan Bruce at the plate. The 2-2 pitch to Bruce is swung on and fouled off towards the left side and out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the count remains.
Yeah, if you're Sells, you just got to focus on this batter at the plate. That's the only thing you can control. So those 2 runners aren't going anywhere as long as you retire Bruce at the plate and let the bats try to go to work for you here in the top of the 8th.
The 2-2 swung on and missed, strike 3, and the inning finally comes to a close, but not before the Cincinnati Steam tack on 3 here in the bottom of the 7th. It's Cincinnati 8, Southern Ohio 3. We'll be right back for the top of the 8th inning. Copperheads have 6 outs left to play with on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health. Ambassador Laundry, your locally owned and operated laundry and dry cleaning business, is a proud sponsor of the Copperheads. Stop by 15 West Stimson for all your laundry and dry cleaning needs.
It's a grand slam when you shop locally. Look for the Athens Area of Commerce logo and be sure to support the business that support the Athens Sandlot, our very own Copperheads, and our community. Love Athens. Keep it local, because together we make a difference.
The fun is just beginning in Athens, Ohio. Outdoor concerts and festivals, rails and trails, a 30-mile meal, and the funky vibe of Uptown Athens and Court Street, Ohio's most eccentric half-mile. The best road trip starts at AthensOhio.com, the region's most comprehensive site for maps, shopping and dining directories, and events calendar. Visit AthensOhio.com and start planning your next adventure.
Classic brands Budweiser and Yuengling are proud supporters of Copperheads baseball. Please drink responsibly and always use a designated driver. Responsibility matters.
Donato's is the exclusive pizza provider of the Southern Ohio Copperheads. With toppings loaded from edge to edge, Donato's Pizza will be sure to satisfy your hunger. Located at 688 East State Street in Athens, make Donato's your pizza of choice today. Order by calling 740-592-5049 or order online at donatos.com.
The Southern Ohio Copperheads would like to show our support for Echoing Hills. Echoing Hills provides individuals a place to call home in a comfortable and safe environment where they can achieve their dreams surrounded by supportive friends and staff. For more information, contact them at 740-594-3541.
Ball Green Mortine, one of the nation's leading integrated marketing and communication firms, prides itself on hiring the best and brightest graduates from across the country each year. In fact, the company is home to many Ohio University alumni. For more details on internships and employment opportunities, visit www.ballgreenmortine.com.
Ty Krittenberger from Pompano, Florida. You're listening to Ched's Media.
Top of the eighth inning here at Max McLeary Field in Cincinnati, Ohio, where the Cincinnati Steam have an 8-3 lead over the Southern Ohio Copperheads. Cincinnati tacked on 3 in the bottom of the 7th as a first pitch to Ty Krittenberger misses for a ball, a little low. New man on the mound for the Cincinnati Steam, Jack Dungan replaces Grant Richardson. Richardson went 2 innings as Krittenberger swings and misses at the Dungan fastball, 1 ball and a strike. But for Richardson, 2 innings, allowed 4 hits, 2 runs, both were earned, 1 walk and 5 strikeouts. As a 1-1 pitch is a curveball taken just a bit high and inside for a ball, 2 balls and 1 strike. But Dungan did pitch against the Southern Ohio Copperheads as the fastball rides high, 3 balls and 1 strike. Against the Copperheads, went an inning, allowed 3 runs, all were earned, gave up a hit and walked 5 batters. When the Copperheads gave up 7 in the top of the 9th. As a swing and a miss by Ty Krittenberger. Brings the count full to 3-2. It was on that June 12th game, the 9-8 victory for the Steam. The pitch from Jack Dungan misses high, ball 4, and the Copperheads have their leadoff man on base.
Well, you need base runners right now down by 5. You want to try to mount a comeback here with just 6 outs to work with. But Krittenberger's had a real good day at the plate, 2 for 2 with a single and a doubles. Also got hit and walked, so reaching base all 4 times that he stepped up to the box in this one, being real productive down at the bottom of the order.
Have to wonder if Krittenberger is going to see more time out in the field after a performance like this today. As the first pitch to Jared Hurd, he checks his swing, but the ball was called a strike anyway. 0-1. For Jared Hurd on the day, 2 for 3. Hurd has had a nice day as well. Singled in the 5th, had an RBI single in the 6th. As now Jack Dungan from the stretch, he deals outside. Ball 1, 1 ball and 1 strike. So the last time that Dungan pitched, he allowed 5 walks in just an inning pitched. We'll see what he does here today against the Southern Ohio Copperheads. As now he checks on Ty Krittenberger, throws the ball away and out into shallow right field in foul territory. However, not far enough for Krittenberger to try and take second base. He went back sliding and is now crouched over on first. Count remains at 1 ball and 1 strike.
Well, like at the scouts field, there was almost insurmountable foul ground, but there's basically none here at Max McLeary Field as that ball got away from the first baseman but quickly bounced back as it's not a lot of distance in foul ground here.
Ball bounces in the dirt to Jared Hurd. Takes it for a ball, 2 balls and 1 strike. But Krittenberger stands on first with the leadoff walk. Jared Hurd's at the plate, and Daniel Cruz, all 3 who are due up in this inning. Cruz 1 for 3, Hurd 2 for 3, as a fastball's in for a called strike. 2 balls and 2 strikes with nobody out. Cincinnati Steam 8, Copperheads 3. It's a 5-run lead for the Cincinnati Steam as the 2-2 pitch is swung on and missed, strike 3. First out here in the top of the 8th inning.
Yeah, just heard swung through the fastball there on the outside part of the plate, unable to make contact. So that'll be Daniel Cruz trying to keep this inning going. Something I find interesting about this scoreboard here at this field is there's only 7 innings. Of course, the high school campus.
That is true. You know, I didn't really realize. I realized it was small. I just didn't realize it was that small.
I mean, of course, the high school field, and they only play 7 innings, but I just want to see what happens if someone scores throughout these last 2 innings.
Fastball hits the outside corner to Daniel Cruz. First pitch was a fastball as well. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Top of the 8th.
Do you think you just add on in the 7 column, or you just
taking the base and now getting caught up in a rundown is Ty Krittenberger. He holds off trying to go towards second. Now he's going towards second again as he was just going towards first. And the pickle tries to keep on running. He's running and slides down. Still not tagged yet, and he is tagged now by what it looked like to be Eddie Rivero, the second baseman, applying the tag. And that is correct. So it's a pickoff move by the pitcher. Jack Dungan gets Ty Krittenberger stealing early. And now there are 2 outs here on the top of the 8th inning with Daniel Cruz behind in the count. No balls and 2 strikes.
Well, that's going to be a tough one to score if you're sitting at home because there's it was a heck of an effort there from Krittenberger getting back and forth there, but a lot of guys involved in that rundown.
The 0-2 swung on and missed. The ball is dropped by the catcher McCabe. The throw down to first in time. Side retired. And we head to the bottom of the 8th inning with the Cincinnati Steam still leading the Southern Ohio Copperheads 8-3. We'll be right back on the Copperheads Media Network presented by Ohio Health. Southern Ohio Copperheads would like to show our support for Echoing Hills. Echoing Hills provides individuals a place to call home and a comfortable and safe environment where they can achieve their dreams surrounded by supportive friends and staff. For more information, contact them at 740-594-3541.
Fall Green Mortine, one of the nation's leading integrated marketing and communication firms, prides itself on hiring the best and brightest graduates from across the country each year. In fact, the company is home to many Ohio University alumni. For more details on internships and employment opportunities, visit www.fallgreenmortine.com.
You'll be living the life if you stay at the Holiday Inn Express with a free complimentary breakfast, high-definition televisions in all the rooms, and free Wi-Fi, in addition to being the only non-smoking hotel in Athens. Live the life, Holiday Inn Express.
Fans, Jackie O's Pub and Brewery is the official pregame and postgame hangout for the Copperheads. Be sure to meet us there before and after every game. From your pint to your plate, Jackie O's proudly presents over 40 beers on draft, produced right here in Athens. Newly remodeled public house and kitchen menu, uptown in-house bakery, 22-acre farm and taproom facility lunch specials, and locally sourced dinners, 7 days a week. 100-plus person outdoor patio, uptown. Learn more at JackieO's.com, Instagram, or Facebook today. After the game, be sure to stop by Jackie O's Uptown or the tap room on Campbell Street. Just because the game ended doesn't mean your night has to. Jackie O's, the official pregame and postgame sponsor of your Copperheads.
This is Austin Dunphy, the manager with the Southern Ohio Copperheads, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Bottom of the 8th inning, Braxton Kelly comes in to replace his teammate and fellow relief pitcher, Colin Sells. Sells today went an inning, allowed 4 hits, 3 runs, all were earned. Didn't allow a walk and struck out 2 batters, and 8 batters faced. So Braxton Kelly will come in and try to pitch the final 2 innings. It's a bullpen game for the Copperheads as a line drive shallow out into left field, ranging back, and making the catch is a shortstop, Phil Glasser. Glasser showing the range at short, goes all the way out into shallow left field, makes the catch, and the first out is recorded here in the bottom of the 8th inning.
And Glasser made that play look pretty easy, but that's tough. Turning and running from the shortstop position all the way out in the shallow left field and reaching up backhanded, making that catch. Nice job there from Glasser to help out the pitchers. It looked like that might be a little flare in the left for a base hit, but instead, 1 pitch, 1 out for Kelly.
Bottom of the 8th, 1 out. And Braden Runyon at the plate. But for Braxton Kelly on the year, a 2.67 ERA in 10 appearances, 4 saves on the season, 18 and 2/3 innings pitched, 25 strikeouts, 5 walks as he misses inside to Runyon for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes. He has given up 17 hits so far this season. 2-0 the count. The pitch from Braxton Kelly is swung on and missed by Runyon. Brings the count to 2 balls and 1 strike. Runyon today, 3 for 4, a 2-run home run, a RBI single, 3 RBIs today for Runyon, and 2 runs scored. The only time he was out as he swings and misses at the Braxton Kelly fastball, 2 balls and 2 strikes. The only time he was out, he lined out to a diving Ty Krittenberger in center field, but Runyon has been hot all day long, has tagged the ball off of Kaiser, off of Sells, and now the 3rd pitcher on the mound as a 2-2 is swung on him, missed, not batted at the plate, not touched, picked in the ground by the catcher Scott Combs. The throw down to first in time, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th inning.
A nice 2-out pitch there from Kelly. Just got him to chase it in the dirt. Coach Combs blocking it, making a strong throw over the first for the out as Kelly's been arguably the strongest arm out of the pen so far this year, showing you why. 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the 8th.
First pitch to Eddie Persinger. Misses outside for a ball, 1-0. Persinger today did his damage in the first, a solo home run. Struck out 3 straight times after that. 2 to Kaiser, 1 to Sells. As the fastball hits the zone for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th inning. And moving forward for the Copperheads as the fastball misses high and away, 2 balls and a strike. Tomorrow, the probable starter, Zach Iverson. But relieving Iverson, well, we are not too sure. It could be Tanner Glass as a 2-1 on the way. Hits the outside corner for a called strike, 2-2. But the pitching depth will become a problem even more so since some pitchers have hit their inning limits and are no longer on the team. 2-2 from Braxton Kelly is swung on and missed, strike 3. Braxton Kelly goes 1-2-3 here in the bottom of the 8th inning. The second 1-2-3 inning on the day for Copperheads pitching as we head to the top of the 9th. The final at-bats for the Copperheads as they try to tie it or take the lead. We'll be right back on the Copperheads Media Network presented by Ohio Health. Don't forget to stop by Kona Ice behind the press box on the third base side, locally owned and operated by Rich Hayes of Athens. They offer tropical shaved ice in an assortment of flavors, and be sure to ask about their fundraising opportunities.
Rocky Brand is so much more than you think. Rocky Brand is a global leader in the footwear and apparel market with over 1,500 distributors of Rocky, Georgia Boot, and Durango brands nationwide. Rocky Brand designs, develops, and markets hard-working boots, outdoor footwear, and apparel designed for every pursuit and fashionable women, footwear that invites you to live a little on the edge. And they do it all right here in Southeast Ohio. To see the whole Rocky Brand story, go to rockybrands.com.
State Farm and Agent Shauna Stump are proud supporters of Copperhead Baseball. Visit our West Union Street office or call 593-6882 today to discuss all your insurance and financial services needs. She's celebrating 14 years of service in the Athens community.
I'm Zach Iverson. I'm from Michigan State University. You're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Last at-bats in regulation for the Southern Ohio Copperheads, and it's the top of the lineup. So if anything's going to happen, this is a good shot for them to do it here. It'll be Iverson, Trahey, and Fabic. At first pitch swing, Iverson lines it out into right field, just like you want to start the top of the 9th. It's a leadoff single for Iverson as he's on first, and nobody out. Copperheads trail 8-3.
Yep, just an aggressive approach there from Iverson. Gets a fastball over the plate for the first pitch, and sometimes the first pitch that you see is going to be the best one you get in the entire at-bat, so he doesn't waste it, lines it out into right field. Copperhead's going to try to pull off something that the Steam did to them back the first time these teams faced.
First pitch misses low for a ball to Reese Trahey. It was 7 runs in the top of the 9th inning where the Cincinnati Steam beat the Southern Ohio Copperheads 9-8 on June 12th. Copperheads will try to replicate that here today as a fastball hits the inside corner on Reese Trahey. Brings the count even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Trahey today a single in the first and a single in the 7th. He's 2 for 4. Ground out and a fly out in the 3rd and 5th. 1-1 count, nobody out. The pitch to